Uh, my bad, y'all. I'm like, I'm over the moon. Uh, I'm gonna try to get through this show, Mouthpiece included. Hey, y'all, stand by. Show starts very shortly. Karen, get your head out your ass. All right. I got y'all. Pull up. Link is pinned in the chat.
Scholarship and research. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research.
What happened, Ace?
Fair use is a use
Trying to let you in.
permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Most vets like ourselves, like that with a ton of reps in the preseason. For a rookie quarterback, he might need those reps. Probably when y'all come out, he's probably going to come out. Are y'all willing to play more reps in the preseason just to get him up to speed a little bit better?
We will. Well, they pay us, so we got to do whatever they want us to do. That's kind of how that works. No, but we want to have a successful season, and we trust Coach that they have a good plan. And look, they've been thinking about all this for quite a while now. So whatever plan they got laid out for us to do during the preseason, whether it's in practices or games, we're going to be all for it.
I got you.
That's just kind of part of this process that we're in. So
be live, man.
When they say jump, we're going to have to say how high. So that's kind of the deal.
The talent.
I was very, very angry because I was learning about the history of what happened to us.
Show starts in 2 minutes. Please like, share, subscribe.
And that's what Roots did to me. It brought a lot of those feelings out of me. And I became very disturbed by it. And I became very angry, and I started to retaliate in school. And it took my mother to come to me and tell me, it's a history, it's something that you should never forget, but you can rise above it and make an impact and make a change and make people aware of the pain that we've endured. But at first, I was very disturbed by it, and I retaliated in some ways, violently. We used to go to other pools, and he would take me, and as soon as I get in the pool, they would get out of the pool. You don't forget your heritage, but you move forward in trying to make a better life for everyone, and that you always want to be viewed as a person. Reach back and pull someone with you.
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
Excuse me for saying so, but you seem kind of transparent.
That's ignorant, I'm just cold.
Well, I know you want to be out there no matter what, but the fact that it is Green Bay, it's week 1, does that add a lot of fuel to your fire?
Oh yeah, it definitely does. I didn't get to play last year, the second game here in Chicago, so I didn't really get to feel the vibes. I wasn't even at the stadium, but now I can't. I'm waiting. I'm itching. It's Packers week, so I know it's gonna be live in the stadium. Fans everywhere. It's gonna be loud. People hate Green Bay. I hate Green Bay. So I can't wait. They didn't get to see me last year. They're gonna get to see me this year, though. People hate Green Bay. I hate Green Bay.
All right, what's up, NASCAR fans? I don't know about y'all, but this President Obama is pissing me off. So I'm gonna do some dip and speak my mind. Today I'm gonna be dipping Vagisil regular strength into itch cream. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a big digger right there. So I'm pretty pissed off what I found out. I found out this Obama wants to put a bigger tax on gasoline.
That's when all the news came in about being in the South Park episode. Something about being poor and stupid was the theme of the episode.
Bring it on, Earhart. You scared of the competition? I'm just as poor and stupid as you. I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna go fast and I'm gonna turn to the left sometimes.
Can we just get back to the subject of racing, please?
Hell, bring it on, Danica. You dumb bitch think I can't steer left better than you? When you get out of the water, you need to dry off right away to avoid catching a cold.
All right, y'all. Karen, music, please, so we can. If Eberflus isn't fired yet, there's a major issue. We're gonna get into it. Forgive me, I'm effing pissed.
Mouthpiece included.
TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN.
Mouthpiece included. TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN. Mouthpiece included. TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill.
Tell you what, that song cheers me up. Hey, y'all, welcome to another edition of Mouthpiece Included. I have nothing eloquent for an introduction, but this is still, and always, Karen, you can kill that. This is always the space where we talk politics, which is a fusion of sports and politricks. In today's episode, we're going to go ahead and break down what just happened. I'm literally sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. So brace yourself. I'm going to do everything to not use any profane or profanity, okay, on today's episode. I'm going to do everything I can to use my words and my intellect and find. All right. So yeah, let's just get ready for an episode fudge packed with insights, predictions, and thought-provoking discussions. I do want to say FGB before I forget to say that. FGB and anybody who supports Green Bay, anybody who works for the organization. I do want to fire Mercedes Lewis. I don't want any former Packers. Okay, I digress. So stand down, stand by, stand back, or pull up. But if you do pull up, you better bring your mouthpiece. Do us a favor, smash that like button, repost this, share this link to all your Bears, Packer fans out there. Get it to the people in Milwaukee. Because again, F Milwaukee, F Wisconsin, F Green Bay, F anybody who cheers for that team. This is how I feel. All right. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the hosts, guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any of our affiliates. We got McDonald's, we got McDowell's, we got ESPN, and we got TATN. So you guys go grab your mouthpiece and let's go ahead and get this going. It's a solemn day for me. Enough though. Let's get Big Ace in the building.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I had muted you because it was all kind of background stuff going on. But yeah, I got you, bro. All right. You in the building, bro. Just give us some hubbub, but then we're gonna jump into it. You got any hubbub before we start the show unrelated to what we just saw?
I gotta have any hubbub now related to what we just saw, what's happened in the last week since we've talked, and what's going on in the world. No, I don't have any hubbub. I'm ready to get right into this crap. And,
all right. No, I agree. Karen, kill the music. All right, look. Diesel predicted a 27-23 Bears victory. You predicted a 31-24 Bears victory. I picked 21-20 Bears, huh? That score, right? Right? Yeah. So you and I were now 5-4 on our Bears season predictions, and Diesel is 3-2. We'll save the positives for later. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, bro. I mean, I did see some positives, but let's start with the negatives, bro. Is there anything you would have done differently that game? What did the team show you? Did they look prepared for this rivalry?
As the young Michael Corleone told his brother, "You're not a wartime consigliere," and his brother could have told it back to him, "You're not a wartime consigliere since you're running the whole thing." Matt Eberflus is not an NFC North coach at all. He can coach in a dome. He can coach over there in the AFC where they play
Are you calling him Fredo? Is he Fredo?
Well, yeah, he's Fredo.
Yeah, because he's not the other brother. I know the other brother that got killed, but yeah, I'd rather have him than Fredo. We've got Fredo, bro.
We got Fredo running the organization.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about, the quarterback can't close it out in the end. Wins and losses are, quarterback stats. There was a lot of that last season.
Yeah, we got rid of that guy, didn't we?
And we got a generational quarterback.
It was all his fault.
Yeah. Brought in weapons. He didn't have enough on the offensive or defensive side to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So they changed, they got rid of a lot of pieces, brought in some new pieces. And there's only one thing that was here last year that's still here.
Who, Cole Kmet?
Yeah, he doesn't count.
Eberflush.
Eberflush out of the system. Get this guy out of Chicago. Now, he'll go on and say, I'm accountable. Maybe we did play better. We did score touchdowns this week. Which
should he be allowed to give a post-game presser at Hallis Hall? Should he be allowed, bro, seriously, to even talk to the team after that game? Should he even be allowed? Jackie Robinson West has a higher standard than that.
Yeah.
Chicago Simeon has a higher standard than that.
Yeah, that was it was just not the intent on winning. It's not the intent on playing a division game. It's not the intensity you need from a Bears coach playing in the damn 205th version of the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears game.
And that game broke the record for the longest 11 straight in the series. Diesel, we're just shooting from the hip, bro. We're gonna say the positives, which I saw a lot of positives, but these heartbreaking, unimaginable finishes, bro, are all on Eberflush, and he's been doing this for 3 years. It's on you, Diesel.
Capital SOF with a capital T on the end with an apostrophe. That's how they are. That's how the defense is. I don't care what the defense did in the game. They were playing soft in all of these different situations, giving extra chances, and then you get down the field. All of it come down to the end of the game. You get the last drive. You put your team in a position, 3rd and 19. The Bears never convert 3rd and 19 in a 4th down, and you keep your drive going. You put them in a position to win the game. And then what does he do? Oh, let's play it soft and run them. Then you sit on you don't even call the play.
You don't even call a fucking play. You got a timeout, bro.
You just keep letting the clock go down.
Yeah, you gotta beat that team again.
Teams who are winners, they don't play just to set up that field goal from wherever they are in range. They play to keep going and get in the best position possible. When you kick that kick, if you're closer, it gets blocked. It can still go through the uprights.
He coaches not to lose. He does not coach to win.
He's a loser.
Soft. He's soft.
And I agree with 100% of what you just said. Ace, you got anything on that?
If we're going by record, if record is a quarterback and head coach stat, he's a loser. And he coaches like a loser, and he coaches like he isn't an NFC North coach. He's got to go.
Man, listen, I don't care if they made the offensive coordinator. I don't care if they made him the head coach.
Yes, he should.
Get him out of there.
He should be named interim head coach, man. And we're gonna get into the positives, but because I saw a lot of good stuff. Big ups to Brown, man. Colored Brown. Big ups to him. He wasn't shaking up there in the booth. He looked calm. You know what I'm saying? He was calling plays to get the ball out of Caleb's hands, the quickest out of any quarterback this season.
Yeah.
Caleb got lathered up. Missed some throws, but that's gonna happen. He's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie, man. But
They
he didn't
all
miss.
miss throws, man. They keep people. You know what I was doing over the week?
Are
I'm
you
like,
cutting
man,
Keenan Allen? Go ahead with that thought.
No, I ain't cutting.
Because I'm on his ass.
But he's like I said, it hasn't been just the quarterback play or the offensive line.
Ass is not a
Our
profanity,
receivers and our tight ends have been doing some suspect stuff when they run routes and stuff. And when it comes to blocking, when it comes, man, they whiffing on stuff, man, like you would never believe.
They're not even trying sometimes.
But for the first time today, from pretty much the start of the game, I seen all of them like involved. Their mindset was like, let's get involved, right? And we ain't seen that in a few games.
Did y'all hear what Tommy Terrific said? Drop dead gorgeous, smart. He said the Bears' problem started, and we talked about this forever, when they named that halter top rookie SOB starter way back in fucking May.
Yeah.
And then he didn't mention, but they made him a captain too, bro. Yeah, you gotta give him the rookie hazing treatment. You cannot.
And he followed that up when he was saying that. He says he and Peyton Manning now, they're good friends. They wasn't really good friends like that when they was playing.
No,
they're not supposed to be.
And he says, we're good friends. He said, I asked Peyton, like, when you were the #1 overall pick and you get your bonus and their signing bonus and all of that stuff, he's like, what was your mindset? He was like, I owed them. He was like, I need to earn what I just got.
I want to feel like I earned the starting job, and that way the team could respect you, and you won't have receivers running lazy routes.
Right.
Yeah, but see, that comes from a coach who got spine. Because the coach with spine ain't going to say, you my starter right in May.
And a GM with spine.
Correct. The GM named him starter. The coach
told him he was the starter before they drafted him. That's in May, before the draft.
Yeah, he had the playbook. They didn't even talk to Harbaugh. They didn't talk to Stroud. They didn't talk to nobody. This guy was a starter. They told him when he was at USC, you're the starter of this goddamn team. Don't get hurt.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to play in the bowl game then.
Now, Ace, I want to ask you, if Keenan Allen is on a 1-year rental and you're watching your rookie quarterback throw the ball to him all the time and you won't even re-sign him, what are we doing? We're developing something that he won't even have.
It was a mistake to bring him in, first of all, because he doesn't block. And that was a key, especially if he's going to be running the damn ball. You need somebody out there, one of those wide receivers to block. And it's not him. He's a 13, 14-year vet. He's not going to block. And they should have got rid of him at the trading deadline when they had the opportunity. Teams were needing a veteran wide receiver, and they could have got rid of him and packaged him up and whatever they needed to do, get another draft pick for next year and got rid of that guy.
You guys got to understand, he's an outsider, man. But he did have training camp. Did he? But I don't want to make this about him. He had a decent game, all right? I just feel like too much emphasis from, it might be Caleb, because I don't think the OC is calling that, but he's just always looking for this guy, man. He made some big plays, but those drops, bro, I don't expect that out of a 13-year veteran who was allegedly heading to the Hall of Fame. He's got to catch the damn ball.
Look, you got to, and I was looking this up because everybody's talking about, oh, well, what completion percentage and all of that. Do you know Brady, in his best season as a quarterback, best season was when he had Moss in them, right? That year that he had Moss in them.
Yeah.
65%. That means 35% of his throws was incomplete.
Yeah,
so
Brady didn't miss those layups, though.
No, but you miss it. My point is that you're going to have throws that, whether it's your fault or your receiver's fault, that aren't going to be complete. So nobody's going to throw.
I agree. And you're going
80% completion.
And you're going to have interceptions too.
Yes.
And Eberflus we can't have any turnovers. We can't, he's Rain Man out there. You're the star quarterback, Ace, and he's telling your son, can't have any turnovers, can't have any turnovers. Just don't turn it over. Our defense is going to win it for us. This is how you win. No, quarterbacks make turnovers and they also make touchdown passes.
Blames for turnovers. That's a stat that really bothers me since I've been watching football. Because if, say, a ball hits a receiver in the hand and it goes in there, and what a tip drill, right? Yeah. That's not the quarterback's fault. That's on that receiver who lost the ball, right? Yeah. Same thing if a quarterback gets hit blindside in the pocket, fumbles, that's on that lineman. But you
blame Justin Fields for fumbling on the blindside hits. This is what we're talking about with you.
No. Justin Fields, a lot of times he's facing straight ahead, seeing defender, and he still fumbles. Right? No, that's totally different. Line, yeah. Totally different. But there needs to be asterisks for those turnovers from when a receiver drops the ball and causes an interception for the quarterback. And when linemen or a lineman who just doesn't block a back, and a dude comes in, hits him in the backfield, and he fumbles. That's not on the running back. That's on you for not hitting that block.
Yeah, we were saying that about Justin.
Oh, yeah, well, Fields had a lot of them on his own. So, I mean, that's the wrong example to try to cover up with it, to try to make it.
He was running for his life.
Wrong example. He's running when he should have been looking to pass, and he don't do his life
with no talent out there. That's the game plan they had to get back today. Run the ball with the quarterback.
No.
He was the leading rusher, wasn't he?
No. Well, he's running within the scheme of the offense. Fields running regardless. No, he's running regardless, man.
All right. We don't want to waste time.
Bring him up.
No, we don't want to waste time.
Bring him up.
I had to bring him up because literally what you said is what we were saying about JF1. That's the only reason I brought him up.
Bro, because I ain't hear y'all saying about no other quarterbacks. Fields was causing half of his turnovers wasn't blindside getting hit in the pocket fumbling. Half his turnovers, he's looking like this, seeing people, and he loses the ball when he gets hit. That's different. I'm talking about blindside. Nobody blocked the guy. The tackle.
Now I will say Caleb got hit blindside and he didn't fumble it. I will say that. You know what I mean? I will say that.
Now, if he did, it still wouldn't be on him on a play like that. That's on that lineman who didn't block the guy.
Okay. They're playing scared.
Yes, soft.
It's the first week for the damn offensive coordinator. I know he's got to work in some more plays, but how come we haven't seen Tyler Scott all year? And why is DJ Moore and
DJ Moore Allen totally involved?
Just running right next to each other. You talking about he had a good game? He had 4 catches for 40 damn yards.
Yeah, but he was getting like jet sweeps and stuff. He was
I'm
totally
talking
involved.
About Keenan Allen. This guy you're paying $13 million to. Should have got rid of him.
You know what you did? Well, their expectation was like what we thought. We all had projected them going to like the playoffs and not getting screwed over by a head coach who don't know what the hell he's doing.
I'm talking about the trade deadline. They had a chance to get rid of him.
Especially after he made comments about the old offensive coordinator, and the team was told not to talk that shit. And he's basically an outsider, bro. He's on a 1-year rental, man. He should be humble. He should be catching the ball. He should be showing us some veteran leadership. That guy, man, he ain't even trying to run after he make catches. He's running out of bounds. He's doing all types of shit, man. But again,
they're looking at it. They're looking at it from, if we win this game today, we're right there in the mix. Other than Detroit. If we win this game today, that's how they're looking at it. So you don't really want to let somebody like that go if you still kind of see yourself.
I'm talking about the trade deadline. It's too late for all of that.
Yeah, but that's why you don't trade him, because you still have 4 wins going up to the trade deadline. So you see what I'm saying? You still consider yourself in the mix.
No, I got you. I wouldn't have brought him in here, and that was always a discussion. It's one or the other. But how did the offensive line look, y'all? What's your comments on that? I didn't see a lot of pre-snap penalties.
It looked a lot better, except for the run blocking, or maybe it's the scheme.
Yeah, it's a few of them run blocks where they whiffed, and the dudes came like in there untouched. But the pass,
but it was some where they looked good though, man.
Braxton Jones. Pancake out there.
Yeah.
But Swift doesn't know. I don't think that guy knows where the hell he's going. He had one run.
He's scared of contact. Did you see him? He could have went right inside that fool. Said, oh no,
we got a bunch of guys scared of contact.
Scared of contact. Told you, he's a good back when he don't get touched. like he did on that touchdown play. They didn't touch him.
Did you hear what they said? LaFleur told his running backs, I don't want to see y'all running the ball out of bounds. Make them tackle you. Ace, I've been saying this for years watching the Bears, bro.
Yeah.
Who's coaching these motherfuckers is just, that's enough yards. We need all the yards we can get. Make a play. Try to score every time you touch the ball, man.
We just got rid of a running back we didn't want to use because we don't want to run the ball. I mean, why do you get rid of your 1A or 2 back in the middle of the damn season with fresh legs?
Who's running a 4.2 40?
I don't get
soft.
it.
It's just soft.
It's Pookie Poles is on the clock.
And I guarantee you, the old coordinator ain't the one who said sit on that ball when they got down the field.
Hell no.
Field goal.
Hell no.
That came from the head coach.
It wasn't Caleb. It wasn't nobody on the offensive team. And it just took the air out of the ball, bro.
Out of the whole thing. Look, I started to text y'all, like, if he's kicking a 40-plus yard field goal, it's not going to go in. Something going to happen. I started to text y'all, but I was like, man, don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
Just let it go. See what happens. As soon as they kick it, I didn't look at the TV, and I hear him say, it's blocked. I said,
Jinx was already in. You run to the left side for 2 yards, and you just hold the – come on, man. Push the ball straight up the damn middle and make them make a play.
If you were scared to throw it, you could have ran another play. You had a timeout. You could have ran, tried to get 5, 6 more yards, man. Like, what?
Yeah, they had 19 seconds to run another damn play. They're just going to stand there.
And a timeout.
Just scared. You can't win like that. Not in the NFL. You're not going to win many games playing scared like that.
Yeah. And then why is there something I'm missing that we always got Roshan in the game, like in 2-minute drills?
Like weird situational stuff. Like when you think he should be in there for a third and short, he's not.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on different passing situations, he's like in there.
Yeah.
But he's wide open when in the passing situation, and that son of a bitch never throws him the ball.
Well, he was getting it to him today. I'm gonna say this though, Caleb. This game could have been different had he hit that 2-point conversion, bro. That was a layup, man. It's inexplicable. Now I don't know if is Komet not running the right route. Like they don't even be talking to each other after that.
I don't know who the hell he was throwing to.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know if he ran the wrong route and if he just humdinged the ball.
And if I'm Komet, I'm gonna run over to him. Good job, rookie. But man, just put a little touch on that and just get it to me, and I got that. They don't even be having those discussions, bro. No. Like in real time. They want to look at the tape and get back to Hallis Hall and discuss it. Discuss that shit in real time. Like LaFleur. Did you see LaFleur snapping on the sidelines?
He was going off the whole game. If they were calling a penalty on them, he's cussing at the refs. When they do a miscue or something, when the dude, he's like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, Eberflus never does that when they had to use a timeout early.
Yeah, timeout early in the second. In the
and
third
you never
quarter.
see Eberflus is usually the one calling the fucking timeout.
Oh man, I don't know what happened.
Did y'all see the pass interference and Brady sitting there talking about Caleb's got to throw a better ball?
Yeah,
and that dude tackled wrong before.
He got him. He
had his foot. That was a touchdown, bro.
Made him go down.
Caleb threw that ball perfect. That was a touchdown.
It was right there.
That's why he tackled him.
Right.
If he doesn't touch him, he hits him in stride.
Flus didn't say one thing to the official.
One word, nothing.
But it was a division.
Suspect coach.
It was a division game. They were letting them play today. I'll give the refs that they made some bad calls. The controversial calls, I believe, but they were letting them play like it was an NFC division game. And it's up to the coach to speak up for his players, his team, and the damn rules of the NFL to get your penalties, at least prime them for the next damn call. But just stand there and looking at the officials like, oh, wow, we didn't get that one.
It's no different than the NBA. When you hear them working on officials when they're making calls early in the game,
that's part of
coaching. You got to be on their head and be like, hey, look, if you're doing that for them, you better be doing it for us. You can't,
Yeah, that's part of coaching.
Not when you're a coordinator. The head coach does that.
Now, are we all in agreement that he should be fired today?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, what can we lose?
Nothing.
Nothing to lose.
And we're in agreement. We put Brown in charge.
Yeah, you can run the team.
Yes.
Promote Washington to defense coordinator, and let him call the game day.
Yeah,
I agree.
Let the defense get aggressive. With the defensive coordinator calling the damn game. Have your Brown as the head coach. Maybe we'll get some more play out of special teams when we can from high.
He's he's so predictable on deep. Like,
but who would you make offensive coordinator? You got to have somebody up there in the booth. If Brown becomes head coach, he
can do both. He can do both.
He can, but you still got to have somebody.
He'll have whoever an assistant that can have the eyes in the sky while he's down there on the field.
They'll be talking back and forth.
Yeah, he'll still be calling.
Unlike
plays.
him and Flus.
Just like Flus got Washington. You know what I mean? You got to promote somebody, bro. Bring some more colors in here.
I can't stand Flus, man. Let me tell you. God, boy,
he's autistic, bro. You put that level. You put that label on JF1.
They're going through the first half, and they're putting the Packers in 3rd and longs. The Bears had yet to blitz at all. Yet to blitz. They have them like 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11. They don't blitz. They keep running the same 4. You giving them all day, and he completes the pass.
Well, he blitz on 3rd and long, but that soft cream puff linebacker we got ran right into the offensive lineman
after the fact, and it's not disguised. You want to blitz? Put them all up there on the line, and certain ones come, certain don't. He got them standing in their regular formation, and then they're coming late to the party, so the lineman got time to see them.
Man, they got to make plays though, man. If you call a blitz for me, man, I got to. That's the difference between.
You're not gonna call it like that. You're not gonna call your linebacker standing in their base. Your lineman on the line.
I've seen it called. They do it against the Bears, and them motherfuckers be getting home, bro.
But that's delayed. Those are like delayed.
Roquan, the chef, was getting home. Like I'm saying, if Urlacher would have got in there. What I'm saying, bro, if you paying these guys money like they playmakers, bro, they got to make some plays, bro. You can't. This guy ran right into the lineman and just stood there.
2 dudes blitzed that play. They both ran in the lineman. You know why? Because it ain't disguised.
Stood there and danced. Bring that African dude off the bench, the one
number 45.
45, and get one of the other linebackers off the damn field, and let that secondary that you're paying all this damn money to guard against those receivers out there while you're blitzing. If they get it to them during the blitz, it is what it is. But get some pressure on the quarterback. He can't stand back there, especially Jordan Love, for no damn 6 seconds looking around to see who the hell he's going to throw the ball to.
You know how many times I saw 3rd and long and Sweat wasn't out there? I don't give a fuck what your rotation is, Eberflush. Oh, I cussed. My bad. That's one. I don't give a F what your rotation is, Eberflush. Sweat's got to be in on certain plays. I don't care how tired he is. He's got to be in on certain plays, bro. It was a lot of plays, bro.
The play when when the Packers got the long pass after we took the lead, and they was backed up, and they got that long pass. The Bears blitzed on that play.
That's the play I'm talking about.
It was so delayed. It was like, what good is that? You're still giving them the time. It was like they needed to be up there on the line, all of them, all 6, 7 of them. Make them linemen try to figure out who's coming, who's not.
They were trying to use the element of surprise.
It doesn't work.
That's like going into the jungle with no camouflage. I mean, like. Hey, that ain't go right there.
Oh, yeah, big ups, man. Happy belated Veterans Day, man. We appreciate your service there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that ain't go right there. You see them guys in the yellow. They ain't got on green in the jungle, right? No camouflage. They like, that ain't go right there. Yeah, get them.
The Bears out there wearing pink camouflage in the jungle, with the nails painted. All right, let's get to some positives, bro, and then we'll get to the grades. And then I'll do our reactions during the game. But what did y'all like, man? Like I said, people were predicting us to get the brakes beat off of us. I knew it was an NFC game. We're very familiar with the Packers. Yeah. I had a feeling this would be a trap game for Green Bay. But talk about some positives. New offensive coordinator out there. Did they look like a professional unit out there on offense?
They look decent. They got the ball out quick. They still have problem running the ball. I think it's because you got the 3rd down back out there on 1st down instead of having your thumper out there, somebody who can who can hit holes running downhill. You know, we know Swift can go make home run runs, but you know, it's not every play. You know, most plays he's just going to run into somebody and fall down. Oh, we're talking about positives. I'm sorry, but you know, they got the ball out quick. You know, they look like they had a semblance of some offense, and then you know they got a couple of touchdowns. But you know, I don't. They're still not pressing the field. You know, we got Tyler Scott sitting on the bench. Everybody we got out there is either running short routes. We got to get some. We got to get a home run. We got to get a ball downfield at least 2-3 times in the half.
Well, positives. We had 179 yards on the ground, man. 70 of that was Caleb's. We held them to 106 yards. We had 212 passing yards. We had 23 first downs, man. We were 9 for 16 on third, 3 for 3 on fourth. 68 total plays to 43 total plays for them. We
controlled the game.
We did
the
allow
Packers didn't control that game.
Hold up. We did allow 3 sacks, but we had 7 penalties. We had the ball 36 minutes to their 23 minutes, bro. Like your point, we controlled the game. It comes down to Eber fucking flush.
So you're saying this is another statistically impossible game for the Bears to lose that they lost? So that'll be what, 5, 6?
Yeah, but we got to blame the quarterback because the last 2 years everything was the quarterback's fault.
Yeah,
so we got to blame the quarterback for this game.
He's going.
Yeah, you can't blame him because all you can ask for the quarterback. Remember, I said you put yourself in a position where you're not the reason that we lost.
It's the coach.
Game's on the line. Takes us down the field, gets you in field goal range, and then you get all this suspect play calling from the sideline and all of this standing there with a minute, letting time tick by.
But there's another way. Look, Bill Belichick just said what I've been saying for years. The quarterback's best friend is not your wide receiver. The quarterback's best friend is a running game and a great defense. That's the quarterback's best friend. So another way a quarterback can put your team in a position to win is to be up 2 scores in the fourth quarter and not have a fucking defensive-minded coach, then allow the other team to go down there and get momentum and score 14 points in the fourth quarter like Eberflush has done.
Yeah.
And it comes from what's the mentality of your head coach? The Lions head coach, that dude, he's going for it almost every fourth down. It's like 4th and 2 or less, almost all the time.
Because he's got the best offensive line in football, except maybe KC.
But even even before his line was that good, he was doing that his first season. Remember, he was standing up on the podium crying and stuff, talking about how they was doing. But he was already implementing his style of play with his team. Aggressive
culture.
Yeah, this dude,
culture. And I'm not seeing this hits principles. I'm not seeing the gang tackling that I was promised. The defensive line, everybody like on them runs, bro. People be on the island. I'd be like, where's the rest of the team? Did you see when Gordon was holding this dude by
this guy by the shirt? Like, man, hey, I'm doing something. Yeah. Somebody come over and hit this son bitch.
Lovey didn't talk that shit, but Lovey's team, man, you getting hit by 2, 3, 4 people, man.
Yeah. You don't have time to turn around. You don't think about your next move and which direction you're going because somebody's coming to hit you after the initial hit, or somebody's right next to that guy. But this hits principle. Yeah,
I think we should get rid of the muddle
principle.
We should get rid of that muddle quick game that we're going to too. I don't like it.
Well, no, I'm scared if they go to the huddle because every time they go to the huddle, it'd be a delay of game.
But they haven't. That was under the old regime. Those guys look like they have the fear of somebody in them. Yeah. And maybe GM came in there and said, man, look, all y'all on the clock.
Well, shit, he's on the clock.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I've been saying it. You guys been backing him up just because he's copper colored. I've been like, this smug SOB. He looks like us, but all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And,
he's on the clock because of his divine relationship with Eberflus from Indianapolis.
And
so that's why I got him on my clock, because you gave him a pass to get into this season. And now you done created all this chaos within it.
Well, go ahead, Ace.
And you knew he should have been fired at the end of last year. If you're going to fire the whole offensive coaching staff, why in the hell are you going to and get rid of our damn quarterback? Why the hell you bring this guy back? But
because they went on that run. at the end of the season, and
the guy that took him on the run, they got rid of.
Well, I mean, we're not going to bring him up. I don't want to piss Diesel off.
Yeah, don't bring him up. Don't bring him up.
All right, so special. We're gonna. I don't know. Any more positives y'all saw out there? Like Rome was wrong. I thought Rome was balling.
Everybody was involved for the most part.
Yeah.
Everybody was involved. They looked like they had a different attitude as far as the offense at the start of the game, and they was down 7-0 real quick, man.
And they were under center, and they were under center more. Instead of all that shotgun, no backs, and all that cute stuff,
all that nonsense. But as Brown gets to develop his offense a little bit more, it might be. I guess it's too late because shit, the whole damn division is killing. But maybe that
he had one less day to put his game plan together because Eberflush couldn't fire the offense coordinator immediately after the last game. He had to go watch the tape and think about it.
Think about it. Yeah, you don't want to hurt his feelings on a Monday. Yeah.
Well, they're both nice guys.
Yeah.
And you know how that works in Chicago when you got a job and you're nice. They're not going to fire you in Chicago if you're not doing your job and you're nice.
I thought the defense played well in spite of the defensive coordinated head coach. In spite of him, in spite of his calls for the defense, I thought they played well because
Well, let's talk about it. You're a defensive-minded coach to the point about quarterbacks winning games. Caleb had them with the lead, 6-point lead, with 5, and they let them score. And that's if you're telling me that the only reason he's here is because he's a great defensive mind, and we've been putting so much draft capital on our defense, they were supposed to shut that offense down and then run the ball out.
They let them go like 90-some yards. Remember,
defense
put them way in and they went all the way down the field.
Yeah.
I'm like,
man. Defense did not play well. The best part of our defense was when the offense was out there keeping their offense off the damn field.
Well, I give them,
they were running up and down the field on our defense like
again.
They sure
in
were.
spite of
They sure were. Great
in
tape.
spite of the coordinated head coach. We did pick them off in the red zone.
That wasn't
when
it
was
was
down.
it was a tip ball.
Whatever it was interception, and we held them to 4-and-out inside right there on the goal line.
Yeah,
so
that
that's
was
two
dumb.
times.
That was
two
dumb
times
fortune.
they was in the red zone inside the 5.
Yeah,
and we turned over the ball.
Yeah, but that doesn't negate his take that the defense was not good.
I said in spite.
Yeah.
In spite. I ain't say they did all out. I just said in spite of what was being called, they kind of gave us a chance.
And I hate to say it, man. We miss Brisker a lot.
Oh yeah.
Man, he lay wood out there. Them plays that they be getting, Brisker's big. He'd be breaking up all them. They wouldn't even be trying that shit. He used to have them receivers scared because they knew he was about to knock them out.
Yeah, but he's done for the year. I don't know why Hicks
How the hell has he got a concussion to have him out this many weeks?
He on IR now.
This the 5th
again.
one.
Yeah, then they got to ramp him up after that because Flus ain't gonna just put him out. They got to ramp him up 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, but then if they lose 2-3 more games, there's no reason to bring him back this year.
If he's healthy, get him out.
He's gonna be like Mike Brown, his career.
All our safeties go out like that. They come in laying wood. That's why you got to draft, 2-3 of them. You know what I mean?
As many Penn State safeties as we can get. Just keep drafting.
Yeah. 3rd, 4th, 5th round. All right. What's some more positives? Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, the game plan offensively, it was to keep them off of the field, kick the ball to them, keep them off of the field for most of the second quarter, get the ball in the 3rd quarter, which we should have scored a touchdown.
And we converted a lot of 3rd downs. Caleb was wheeling and dealing, man.
Yeah, we were 9 for 16 on 3rd down. They were 1 for 5, and they were 0 for 1 on 4th. Like, we dominated this game, bro.
Yeah, we just got Eberflus out of a win.
So if you look at our carries, this is what I'm talking about. Swift had 14, Roshan had 10. That's 24 out of the backs. DJ Moore had 1. That's 26 carries. You add in Caleb's 9 carries. We ran the ball 34 times. This is what I've been begging about, even when we had the other quarterback, that you got to run a professional offense. You can't sit back there and say we're going to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game so we could develop this guy and prove that he's this, that, and the other. No, you got to play football. Even when you had Tom Brady, they played football. You know, and that was a 1 year they threw it all around when they had Randy Moss. And Belichick learned from his errors and went back to football. This is football, man.
You got to run the football, especially as you get, I mean, we got good weather here. It was like 50, 58 degrees here today, but as it gets colder, you get the elements in there from the wind, maybe snow, maybe sleet. You got to be ready to run the football. And you think you're going to be out there with, Keenan Allen had the damn flu shiesty on during the game today, and it was almost 60 degrees. What is he going to do when it gets cold for real?
Caleb's been wearing a glove for the last month.
Soft.
Yeah. Well, probably didn't have his nails done, and you don't want nobody to see his nails. He's got to get them redone. But let's talk quarterback, man. I thought, what grade would you give Caleb for that game? With all he's been through, all the national.
I give him like a B+, man. All them third downs he converted. He was breaking out of sacks.
I damn near give
throwing the ball.
I damn near give him A-.
Nah, B+. B+ is good.
B+ is right there. Right
there. I mean, but he ran the ball too. I like that.
I mean, he was running within the scheme of the offense, and he's picking up first downs. He's faster than people give him credit for.
Yeah, I know you just want to keep emphasizing Justin wasn't running in the scheme of the offense.
No, Justin wasn't running in the scheme of the offense. No,
that's cap.
He wanted to run when it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner. He wants to run. That is all you need to know. The pass is the last thing on his equilibrium. All he wants to do is run.
Maybe if he had all that talent.
Should have went in the military. We're going to run all day till the run-in's done. That's what he should have did. Yeah.
And we led the league in rushing when we had him.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
And he's got
and that's a good thing. And that's a good thing, leading.
No, it's not a good thing because
it's bare football.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's bare football. It's always been bare football. What are you talking about?
No, it hasn't. It's knucklehead football because you don't want to throw the ball when there's guys standing right there wide open. You rather run.
Yeah, well,
no, that's not a good thing.
He had nobody to throw it to last year.
And he had no line.
Yeah, he had nobody to throw it to. He didn't have nobody but Komet, DJ Moore, and Darnell Mooney.
He threw it to DJ Moore.
That's it. That's all he wanted to throw it
to. And Caleb didn't do shit last week. Why?
That's a week. That's last week.
The last 3 weeks.
That's last week.
The last 3 weeks.
No, the last 2. The week before that, even the Washington game, he put himself in a position to win the game.
He had 35 yards through 3
quarters. He
put
them in a position to win the game.
He put them in a position to lose.
Would Justin Fields got them down the field today? No.
They would have beat the brakes off that thing.
No, hell no.
He put them in a position. You're delusional about this guy.
No, you guys are delusional about his ability.
We got 3 wide
receivers. He's the best running quarterback in the NFL to a fault.
Okay, listen to me. Here's the point I'm trying to make.
That's all.
Listen. I'm trying to make a point. The reason I brought up last week with Caleb and his shit passing is because we didn't have our starting tackles, which suggests to me that it matters having an offensive line if you want to stand back there and try to throw the ball around. If you don't have an offensive line, you need to run the football. You can't make your team what it's not. You can't go out in a Prius and run against NASCAR.
You're talking about a rookie who looks way more promising passing the ball than this dude who was 3 years with the Bears.
Well,
that's what you keep trying to compare him to.
He's generational.
That's what you keep trying to compare him to.
He's generational. He's supposed to.
Why don't you go to Pittsburgh
and he's got the same numbers?
Get you some gold and black pom poms, and you can cheer him on while he rides the bench. That's what you can do. Yeah, you're delusional.
So Caleb only had 1 bad game this year?
No, I didn't say that.
You said that's 1 when I mentioned last week.
Because you're talking about as if that was the whole season. Yeah, he played bad last week. Okay, that was 1 game. He played bad.
He played bad. That's the whole season. He played bad in the first 2 games of the season. Okay. And he played bad in the last 3 games. That's 5 out of 10 games.
He's a rookie. Even the game he played bad. Even the game he played bad in Washington. What did he do? Put us in the position to win the game.
At what point are you gonna?
Right.
So how many years are you giving Caleb? To
give him
be,
you give him as many as Fields, right?
How
Fields
many
had,
years are you giving Caleb?
I'm telling you,
I'm asking you a question.
He's a rookie. Let a rookie be a rookie. Let
You
him
keep
develop.
saying he's a rookie. We know he's a rookie.
Because you keep comparing him.
How many years are you giving Caleb?
However many you want to give him. Now, there's your answer. However many you want to give him.
No, he doesn't answer questions.
Yeah, he don't answer questions. He's a generational. He's a generational quarterback. And the question is,
you guys
how
are
long?
Generational dick riders for Fields. How about that? Y'all generational dick riders on
and
Fields.
You're a generational hater.
Right. Yeah. That's what y'all
70% of the city
That's what y'all
Justin
are.
Fields.
Nut holders for Fields. Generation.
And you're a nut holder for a halter top. You're a nut holder for a halter top.
While he's riding the oak.
You like the fingernails in the halter top. You're sexually attracted to
in his fourth year. In his
he's
riding the oak.
You are sexually attracted to Caleb Williams.
That's what you. Hey, you called Phil sexual chocolate, didn't
you? That's cap. That's cap. All right. So, no more positives.
No. I mean, it's just terrible.
You covered them all.
Same head coach.
All right, let's go to the grades. We're going to do the grades. We got to grade this, y'all. Let's start out with the offensive performance. So we gave Caleb, y'all said B+. I said A-, but yet I'm a Caleb hater. Let's grade the offense. Overall, what are you giving to the offense? What grade? They put up, 19 points at home.
I give him a B.
Yeah, I give him a B.
It's crazy how I predicted the score of 2019, but it was backwards. I should have known better. Offense, I like, man. They were running power, man. I liked what I saw, man.
Maybe if we hadn't cut our fullback, we can run some more power running plays.
I'll give him a B+.
Good riddance to the fullback. He didn't do nothing when he was there anyway.
They didn't have him on the field. He never played.
But man, that blessing game, every time I've been telling y'all for the past few years, like, why is he on the roster?
Right. If you're not going to give him plays, then you should cut him. If not, give him plays. Why did you draft a fullback if you're not going to use him? Who drafted him?
They signed him as a free agent.
Poles drafted him.
Not sure.
No, they signed him as a free agent.
I thought he'd been on the team before Poles got there. He's been there a while.
He's been there a while. They signed him as a free agent. I think it might have been Pace that brought him.
I doubt that. Poles would have cut his ass a long time ago if it was a Pace guy. I'm going to have to look that up. Karen, look that up. All right. Defense. Some controversy here.
I give him a C.
They only gave up 20 points, bro.
Yeah, but that's because the damn Green Bay Packers offense wasn't on the field. They'd had about 20 more snaps. They'd have gave up 30 damn points.
No, I get a defense a
C+,
because they turned them over twice at the goal line.
Yeah.
On downs and a turnover. And that ain't easy to do.
They didn't turn them over twice. It was a damn tip ball that went through the guy's hands, and they should have kicked the field goal and took the points when they shut them down on fourth down.
It's a turnover and then a turnover on downs at the goal line. That ain't easy to do.
I mean, come on. We got C+. It's all about the same. All right. Yeah. Special freaking teams, man. You can't blame Bayless. You cannot blame. You can talk all you want about the head coach. They can't allow that block. And I got to look at the replay because I'm sure they did something illegal to block it. It wasn't called. But I haven't seen that. But
it was a leverage like they call on the Bears all the damn time.
They get a D, man. They lost the game for us.
They lost the game, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that. If you seen his first kick in the first half, it was a low line. It didn't have a whole lot of height. So
it was a 53-yard kick.
So you got to kick it low. Yeah.
But you make it 35.
You don't have he has to kick it low. Most of these other kickers, their kicks be high, going 50 yards. High.
But the longer the kick, the lower your trajectory got to be.
And for him, he's limited. So my point is, they should have been closer. They needed to get closer.
Absolutely.
But regardless, the kick got blocked, and that's on the special teams.
Yes.
So what do you grade in the special? What do y'all grade in the special teams? I said D.
Oh, a D minus if you want to be technical.
That'd be a D. That's where the game was lost.
That's where the game was lost, man. We'd be having a whole different conversation. To your point, even like in the Washington game, we'd have had a whole different conversation if that Hail Mary didn't happen.
Hail Mary didn't happen, yeah.
You know?
We'd be sitting at least 6-4. And I don't think they would have came out there and got butt raped by Arizona and New England.
And I consider plays
No,
like
they
that
wouldn't
on special teams. A play like that with the Hail Mary, to me, that's a special team play. That's not regular defensive play. Even though your defense is out there, that's a special team.
It's
you
a
can put
special
receivers
unit
out there. Yeah.
That's Eberflus. He didn't have a special unit out there. He didn't have the 6'6" wide receiver or the 6'8" tight end out there tipping the ball in the back and knocking the ball down.
It's Eberflush, bro. Eberflush.
Eberpuss.
Yeah. All right. So now, coaching. We're going to start with defensive coordinator. Defense coordinator, meaning Flus, because he's calling the game plan. As a defense coordinator, what grade are you giving him?
B.
Did y'all say B as in boy or D as in dog?
No.
I said D as in dog shit.
Yes. Ditto.
I'm not going to argue. All right, so he gets a D. What about the offensive coordination, Colored Brown?
I'm giving the offensive coordinator, I'm giving him
I give him a B.
B to B plus. Man, play calling was on point.
They weren't having all them soft pre-snap penalties. That's somebody who got
most of the penalties seemed like it was receivers or tight ends with their motion.
That's quarterbacking. I've watched quarterbacking, and I'm not blaming your boy, but he's a rookie. So we can't say he's a rookie and then not point out the rookie mistakes. It's been going on all season. Their players aren't set, and he's calling all tight. People are in motion, and he's calling snap. He's not letting people get set. That's if these guys, DJ did none of this last season.
What's his name? Came in motion. He came in motion.
Of course you do.
And he was there to be set, because you don't even have to stop when you come in motion like that. You can still just be moving. They hike the ball, you go. He did a pitter-patter, and they called him for it. The play they actually didn't even call the penalty on Swift when he did this. When he kicked out. And it should have been a false start right there, but they didn't call it. They got lucky.
No, I agree. But I'm saying if the receiver is in motion and you practice these plays, right? The receiver is in motion. If guys are shifting and they're still trying to get set, there's times when they don't call it and the players aren't set and Caleb has snapped the ball. I've been watching this all season. We've all watched quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
It's the quarterback's job to make sure people are where they're supposed to be and they're set. And if I'm moving in motion and there's a timing on the play and I'm all the way out here and I'm at my point where I expect the ball to be snapped, of course I'm going to start turning upfield because that's the way it's practiced. But if your quarterback is up there pointing this way and pointing that way, instead of running the play, it's gonna mess up the timing. That's all I'm saying. I'd have to believe when that stuff is happening, 9 times out of 10, it's on the rookie quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
Calling today Tar Heel.
I disagree. If they're not lined up in the right spot, and they can go to the ref to get checked to they're not just doing this to make sure they're onside, but they also doing that to make sure they can line up to the right person who's supposed to be on the line and who's supposed to be off.
But they're calling illegal procedure on us. We've had multiple illegal procedure calls.
Yeah.
That's a quarterback's situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, but sometimes it's on them receivers out there too. Because if they're way out there, whoever's supposed to be on that line and not on that line, that's not always on the quarterback. That's on them. Now, the good quarterbacks, you'll see them later after they've been in the league like 5, 6, 7 years.
Well, that's the point I'm making. He's a rookie. Right. It's a rookie mistake.
But I'm saying they can, after they've been in the league a while, they start to learn, like you seen Brady, Manning, all of them.
Correct.
But after they were in the league for years, they'd be like, hey,
don't take. You
gotta get on.
This shouldn't take years.
We don't have 5, 6 years to wait for him to learn how to line up
procedural stuff, right?
No, I'm saying where the quarterback catches.
Talking about next week.
I'm talking about where the quarterback catches it. So if you
Yeah,
if
been
you
10 weeks
expecting
running this offense, bro.
if
Like
you expecting, you can't expect no I ain't even gonna say rookies, but a lot of that's on those people who's supposed to be lined up properly. The quarterback, if he can catch it and tell him like, hey, you get on the line, you get off, But a
that's
lot
the
of
first thing
times
he's supposed to do. Go ahead, Ace.
But that wasn't a penalty. They were calling the motion. They were calling
Yes.
illegal motion and people moving at the same
All
time.
the time, man. There's people all over the place moving, and then he's snapping the ball. They're not even saying
well,
it.
two people ain't
Sometimes
supposed to be
offensive
moving at the same time like that.
Sometimes offensive linemen are still calling shit, and he's snapping the ball, bro. And they be looking at Caleb like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Those are like false starts and shit, where they moving before.
All right, man. I know you got to protect your man. All right, head coaching. That's you got to protect your man.
We already went in on him.
Yeah.
F minus.
I'm airing out other people who committing them penalties, but you ain't saying nothing on. You trying to put it all on him.
You say on the one hand this guy's a rookie, but then you blame all the veterans who haven't been making these mistakes their whole career. But you blame, but then you tell me he's a rookie when he misses layups.
What the fuck are you talking about? Missing layups, man. We talking about the penalties, and you mad because I'm telling you it ain't just him.
Wide open 3-yard plays. A procedural call is always on the quarter. Illegal procedure is always on the quarterback. 90%. I'll say 90% of the time. That's all I'm saying. And I've personally seen it where I'm like, why is he snapping the ball and these guys aren't set? And it's just a blessing that the NFL hasn't been calling it all the time. Our receivers' feet are moving. They're still getting set. They obviously haven't even read what the defense is doing, and we're snapping the ball. That's all I'm saying. So we all agree head coach gets an F minus.
Yeah, F for fired.
Well, he rallied the team, though. He rallied the team. We only lost by 1. You got to give him something.
Yeah, I'm not giving
D minus. I'll
it
give
was
him
the Packers. They should have been rallied when they woke up on Monday and they fired the offense coordinator and got the damn new black guy in there helping them to get an offense together.
But I'm gonna play GM.
Put that on Flus.
He had a common team. We had a chance to win. He made a good choice in promoting Brown.
Yeah,
you know
no
what
choice.
I mean? Yeah.
He's the only one qualified to damn be an offense coordinator on the team. I don't give him credit for anything. He's an idiot.
Did y'all notice how calm Brown looked up there in that booth calling those plays, bro? As opposed to when you was watching Getsy. They did come out and say he had some sort of nervous twitch. They did come out and say Getsy had some kind of medical condition. Not Getsy, Shane Waldron.
Yeah, it'll tell you any damn thing.
Yeah, he's probably on.
But Brown went through the same thing last year, where he was like a lame duck court. Where he had to fill in for Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Coordinator when they let him go. So he kind of back in the same situation.
We'll give him a couple weeks to get his offense together, figure out exactly what Caleb excels at. Try and get some more players involved. Try and get the ball downfield a little more and expand the offense.
The offense looked 10 times better. I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, but this is the stuff you're supposed to be working on from week 1. So by the time you get to week 8, week 9, you're
week 5, right? You look like a professional football team. We interviewed Brown, must have been part of the Rooney Rule for the offensive coordinator position, and didn't like him. Hired him as a passing game coordinator, and he literally came out and said he's never talked to Caleb.
Yeah. So how can it be the passing game coordinator if he's never talked to the damn quarterback or doesn't talk to him on a weekly basis? He's just
man to man, Ace, you can pull that brother to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like you pull the young brother to the side and talk him up, but I don't know what the Bears are doing. Are they telling people he's off limits? We don't want everybody talking to Caleb. He's fragile.
Oh, it might be the hierarchy in the building. You got an offensive coordinator. It's mainly his job to, feed whatever he wants to as far as the plays are to the quarterback. I mean, I know you got a guy that's a passing game coordinator, and maybe he works with the offensive coordinator.
Not just a guy who's passing game coordinator who's a running back. I don't understand that, but who you interview for offensive coordination. I'm saying you should be able to give him some levity, especially even as a copper man. I hate to pull my race card. Just black man to black man. It seems like you had some conversations with him, bro.
Yeah, but you got
I don't know what's going on all the time. Why are you gonna stop you now? Huh?
I don't know what's going on.
Out here. You got your car? Yeah.
I don't know what's going on up there in Hallis Hall. as far as the coaching. And then they got 26 damn coaches. So how many coaches can speak to Caleb and the damn?
Well, they said your boy was too nice.
Yeah,
he was like he was a cream puff.
Yeah,
yes.
So was Eberflus.
Yes. So if you're gonna have a cream puff head coach, like if I had Mike Ditka, then you could probably hire some cream puff coordinators. But somebody's got to be a disciplinarian in the organization, bro.
Somebody's got to whip the guys into shape.
Good coach, bad coach.
Yeah, and if your star players or your veteran players out there on the news wire or on Twitter are saying that I need to be coached, these guys are damn cream puffs. It's up to the general manager to get in there and kick some ass.
But Ace, you're the GM, and Diesel, you're the GM. You brought all these high character guys in. You got these veterans now. This isn't a young team. Are you not expecting some of these people you name captain, like DJ Moore? He's never been a captain type. You don't just let him play football. Like Caleb is not going to talk crap and whip people into shape. Who's that dog on the team, bro? That man, even 85 Bears had moments when they would be shouting at each other like they was 14, 15, and 1, and they still pissed off at each other and trying to get stuff. Who's the dog on the team that holds? Komet's been there forever. Oh, well, the guys, and I'm a Bear fan, and I don't like the Packers, but I get my ass kicked every year.
We don't know. See, what's weird? In this day and age, with social media and everything, you really don't get to know the personalities of those players like we did back in the 70s and 80s, and there wasn't social media. You had a clue as to how a player was made kind of off the field a little bit, but on the field. We don't get that now hardly at all. Like, you really don't know. Like, we don't know. What do we know about most of the players as far as how they are in the locker room?
You know why we don't know these, because our meathead media, if I'm talking to Ace and I've got Ace for a presser, I'm not going to ask Ace anything about what he's doing on the football field. I'm not going to ask Ace about any of the blown plays and great plays he makes. I'm going to sit there and ask Ace about Diesel. I'm going to sit there and ask Ace about the coach. And our players don't say, hey, I'm not here to talk about that. Hey, if you want to do that, talk to them. You know what I mean? One thing Brown did, he commanded that presser. He was telling them, I'm not here to talk about that.
Yeah, that's how you have to take control of situations. Usually, this day and age, we'll find out how a player is in the locker room from former players who interview them or talk to them. Like Briggs and Alex Brown. They'll be like, hey, look, I know who so-and-so is in that locker room. He does this, he does that. He's great for the locker. But other than that, we don't know because we never hear from the players like that.
Bro, we haven't heard about one fight at camp.
No, there won't be any fights in that damn locker room. They're all nice guys.
So Flus, I mean, not Flus. Poles, if you're listening, Pookie Poles. High character guys are great, but you need some dogs in that locker room. Like you need
some ass kickers on your offensive line. You need some studs on your defensive line. Some guys are going to go there and grab somebody by the neck and slam them to the damn ground. You need some linebackers. You need some linebackers coming off the damn bench that's willing to go in there and sack the quarterback and snatch his damn helmet off.
You hear his passion. That's why we call him Ace Diesel. If I was the quarterback and I got sacked 9 times, and a guy on the other team is holding me and petting my head like a dog, bro. This was your rookie last week. Generational. Sat there and got petted by a defensive lineman like a dog. He didn't push their arm off. The offensive lineman didn't come over there and start a fight. This is what I mean about high character guys. And that's why they come off as soft. And that's why they get bullied. And that is not Bears. They're playing like Cubs.
Yeah.
That ain't just him. That's
correct.
The whole
culture.
Offensive team.
Yes.
Who we talking about? Who's a dog on offense? We don't know. I don't even know who the main dog is on defense. Who's the main leader? You don't know. You don't
talking about the sweat effect. The sweat effect is gone this year. So now what?
You don't even hear his name called throughout the games no more.
Well, we did have a dog on defense, but they coached it out of the number 2 cornerback. He don't just get in people's face and stand over them.
He
back people back.
He do got some attitude.
Yeah,
he had more attitude than anybody else on the defense.
But they're coaching that out of him. Chase,
did he play today?
He played. Chase
he played.
He started. Chase Gaypool he was a dog out there, but they don't like that. What I'm saying is they don't like that anybody who's going to stand up to the status quo, anybody who's going to say this is some BS. They like people who come out in the media after a loss and then start whining.
To give you hot topics for the week. Discussions.
Yeah. And the Bears fall for it every time. The national media has been saying, I've never seen an organization, which we've been talking about on this show, that talks so fucking much, bro. They be talking to Flus be like, yeah, we got to run the ball more. Yeah, we're going to get the ball to commit next week. Yeah. Like, why? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, just tell them, we're going to focus more on the offense. Any more questions? See you guys on Wednesday.
Right. That's an X's and O's question. I'm not, next question. Right. Overall grade, though, of that performance that was put out there against the Pack. We're now 0 for the last 11. And my brother texted me. He said it's hard to be a Bears fan. And that's why we put in the title. Are we masochistic? But overall, give me the grade of that game.
I'm gonna give him a B. I'm gonna give him a B for the game overall. Despite the coaching and all of the stuff that went on, despite the lack of pass rush.
I tell you what, we had a little more identity out there. We did get back to Bear football. The offensive line was able to pull and hit some people, you know what I mean? And I love that. You said a B, huh? Let me go before you, Ace.
Because I'm taking the whole totality of the game.
Yeah.
They only ended up with 20 points.
Offensive coordinator off the street.
We controlled the game.
Yeah.
Ran the ball, through converted third downs. The defense, when we needed them to keep us in the game, they did for the most part. And that's why I give them a B.
Not as many offensive penalties. I'm gonna go with I'll give him a C plus. Ace, overall grade for that performance.
I'll give him a C. We lost. I'm tired of trying to win games in spite of the head coach and his ability to guide his team to a victory. So it's obvious that the Bears aren't going to address this until the end of the season and get us somebody in here that wants to win games in the NFC North and knows how to take his team from preseason or OTAs to preseason to the first 4 games of the season, second 8 games of the season. And now we're in the third quarter of the season. We still don't have no damn identity until they fired the offensive coordinator last week. Now we're starting over with the offense trying to figure out what the hell the Chicago Bears identity is going to be. So I'll give them a C, and we'll see what happens next week as Brown gets another week with his offensive playbook and ability to call plays for Caleb and relationship with his quarterback.
Yeah, and then another thing I start doing since the season is over, because they were waiting for Brown, for next year to start putting in more stuff. Poles has got to get ahead of this because I like what I see from Brown, and Caleb seems to have responded to his coaching very much. So I would start having Brown like, look, man, this season is what it is. Start implementing your own language, through the rest of the season so we can hit the ground running next season. The season's over, Ace. I'm not saying dump all the language, but he's got to start instilling his offense right now and use this as like a preseason.
Because if you fire this coach, Brown is gone.
Yeah, he is. A new coach is going to bring in their own offensive coordinator. That's why I'm so hot at Poles, because you gave Eberflus a pass and gave him into this season. You gave him a pass.
Eberflush. I don't know if we can say Eberpush on the YouTube.
Well, why not? Puss in Boots. You can say Puss in Boots, so no, Eberpuss. So you gave him a pass to get into this season, and this is the problem that comes with it. If he wasn't successful, you're gonna have to clear everything out.
We should start a brand of triple layer toilet paper and call it Eberflush. And I promise you, the Bears fans all over America, I wouldn't even wipe my bum with this. All right, but Ace, you had a comment on what he just said, because then we're going to get to scapegoat of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it is what it is. We're in a lame duck situation. You got it. If you go into next season with Flus as your coach and in the NFC North, and you're gonna be either bottom of the North or midway through the North, you got to count on some injuries or some kind of miracle of God to make it through this division without making a change. Then you're tying your entire career to Eberflus. And you're saying
I take a shot on Colored Brown. I'm saying right now on international YouTube, if I'm posed based off of what I've seen and how this guy has conducted himself, and you call yourself skin folk, the same vote of confidence he's been given for Eberflush, I would come out there and get ahead of it and say, look, no, we found our guy. Flush is gone, and we're going with Brown and start building for next year.
That's the only way he's going to stick around. Is if they fire him before this season and keep him as the interim head coach. That's
Because
the
let
only
me
way
tell you
Brown
something,
stays.
somebody else after watching, if he keeps doing this, somebody else is Brown's going to become a hot offensive coordinator topic across the NFL, and we're going to turn our back on him and put our nose up. Like, we've been some offensive firepower for the last 100 years.
They're going to turn their nose up. They're going to go after the hot coordinator of this year, whether it's Ben Johnson out of Detroit or whether it's Kingsbury out of DC.
You're a masochist.
They're not going to hire. They're not going to hire.
The Hallis family won't
this
do
colored
it.
To take care to coach this team.
They're not going to pay somebody $15-20 million to come here and coach, and they still got to pay Eberflush. You're a masochist like I am.
One more year.
The McCaskies will not do that, bro.
They got to fire Eberflush.
They got to get Brown on the cheap.
Yeah.
Whoever they get, they're going to get them on the cheap. I'm sorry. I'd love to believe what you're saying, bro. I'd love to think, and maybe Poles one of these guys, and it's coming from upper management that we're not paying no coach. You know how the Bears family is. They don't believe in
they didn't pay Levy until he went to the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah. His defense coordinator was making more money than him.
Yeah.
Brown would take the job on the cheap. He's already familiar with Hallis Hall. If he shows me that he can, if he gets Caleb going like they were going today, and Caleb plays like this for the rest of the season, I'm saying it would be dumb to move off of him and go back into the unknown.
Well, that's the key. If he needs to be able to keep producing and growing, this game, but do better with each game. If he does that, then there's a chance. That they can say, hey, we're going to take him and put him as coach because you ain't going to have to pay him that much. And then you can keep him on. But
correct. And
keep the Bears never do things the way that they should be done. So
they don't. Even if you look at the pack, Ace, they keep hiring from internal, bro. We've been saying that for years. Why we keep going out and getting all these people and they come in and change everything. Keep bringing them up through the system, bro. Brown's there. You interviewed him for offense coordinator. Obviously, you thought something of him. I'm saying, Ace, if this team keeps putting up these types of numbers, and I keep seeing this progress for the rest of these games against these teams we're playing, I think we got to keep them. And furthermore, DEI hire this brother to be the next head coach.
No, they won't do that.
Yeah, they probably won't.
All right.
But that's the path to do it if they did. Is to keep on.
If they keep him their offensive coordinator position next year, and they'll keep Flus.
No.
I'm telling you what they would do.
No,
so everybody's got to go.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that, but I'm saying if he wants a chance to be considered
head coach,
to get the
offense to do the offense coordination, he's going to have to be head coach.
He's going to have to perform.
And the Bears are just cheap enough.
The rest of these games.
Yes, and my Bears are cheap enough to do that
because they know it won't cost them a lot of money to keep this guy.
Correct.
So.
And he's not going to be running around Hallis Hall allegedly sexually harassing the pink girls. You know what I mean? Like the other coaches we've had. I'm saying, bro, I like this guy a whole lot. And just because everybody's saying Ben Johnson is this and that and the fourth, fine. You know what I mean? I think this guy could hold his water in the NFC North. But I'm jumping the gun. It's just one game. Who's going to be your scapegoat? Who are you scapegoating this week? Or who is Fluke's gonna scapegoat?
Special teams coordinator.
That guy's got to make that block. It's gonna be whoever. Yeah,
Whoever didn't make the block.
Well, the interior linemen on that play, they got to get a bigger push.
It was like 2 or 3 guys could have blocked that damn kick.
You can't just let them stand up like that.
Yeah, we worked on that in Tuesday on practice in the walkthroughs. That specific, he always talking that crap.
We work on that every day. You know, we work on that for 20 minutes. We work that special team.
Yeah, that's how they be talking, bro. That's how they be talking. All right, who's your game MVP? I mean, for the Bears, because FGB. Caleb.
Nobody else did enough to.
I'm giving it to Caleb, man. He was running the ball. He was moving.
He to get 70 yards rushing and to convert a lot of them third downs. That was
come on, bro. And that last drive, like you said, it was 3rd and 20. He got the 14, like the 16 yards on that. He was doing.
And he should have been sacked on that play. They had him, and he broke free, scrambled out.
But that's how you. But that's how you know it was scorching. Every time we had 3rd and long, I mean, all game in all season, if we had 3rd and long, Shane Waldron was calling 14-yard pass plays trying to get the first. You've got to sometimes just live for another down, take the 10-yard cheese, see if a guy can make somebody miss. And if not, your quarterback's lathered up, the receiver's got to catch, and you punt instead of taking another sack. That's bad for momentum.
Yeah. Momentum has been bad most of the year, ever since the Jacksonville game.
So who's your game MVP, Ace, for the Bears?
I give it to the young rookie quarterback. He recognized the holes that were there and ran through them and got a lot of yards rushing and made some decent throws. He still got to improve on getting the ball down.
His fingernail painting?
Getting the ball, taking some shots downfield. But I figure that'll come in the next few weeks after, the offensive line gets a little bit more healthy and they institute some more plays. Other than that crap that Waldron was running. I know they're using the same playbook, but there's probably so many plays in there they can start instituting some of those slants and crossing routes and things that, that'll get the receivers open as opposed to just running them into the damn DBs and turning around and being defended on every pass. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm going to give y'all some stats to help y'all with this. Rome has 6 catches for 65 yards. He averaged 10.8. DJ Moore has 7 catches today for 62 yards. He averaged 8.9. Cole had 3 catches for 42 yards. Keenan had 4 catches for 41 yards. He averaged 10.2. Cole averaged 14 points a catch. DeAndre had 2 catches for 13 yards to go along with his 71 yards rushing. TJ Edwards, 5 tackles. Kevin Byard had 9 tackles.
That's too many.
Yeah, too many for the safety. So Tremaine had 1 solo, but 7 assists. That's a guy. I'm on his bum, bro. I'm sorry, man. Number 49, bro. He is not a Bear.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Came from Buffalo.
Yeah, he's not a Bear. So Diesel, you're in agreement? MVP, Caleb?
Yeah. He probably had the best performance out of all of the team. I mean, as far as like converting third downs.
Yeah, he balled out.
He balled.
He balled.
And he spread the ball around too. Everybody was getting touches.
And we had a chance to win the game. His coach failed him again.
So now at this point, I know last week people were saying it's all about developing Caleb for the rest of the season. They even kind of said that coming into the season. So fine. Another year, screw the playoffs. So if it is about developing Caleb and he continues to develop, Ace, I don't think you can move off Brown.
But it's up to Brown. Brown got to make the decision tough. You see what I'm saying? He's got to make sure that he keeps producing.
Correct.
And then it's going to be like, everybody's going to be like the public, like, hey, man, y'all need to keep this dude.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So make it a hard decision on the Bears to keep you around, right?
But what's going to happen is Brown's going to end up at another organization, and they're going to run roughshod through the league, and we're going to be sitting here with Johnson or all these other hot names possibly. We're never going to get one of them. We're not. Face it. We're going to end up with another Shane Waldron type. The Bears are going to get a mid-level, or to your point, unless you're willing to make Kingsbury head coach, unless you're willing to make Johnson head coach, then maybe they'll want to come.
And see,
Kingsbury, that's the only way they can get him.
He didn't do good as a head coach.
Head coach in the NFL?
No, he didn't. He stunk in Arizona. Remember, he wasn't falling out with Kyler.
Yeah, and the last thing we need is for somebody to come in here pampering another person, pampering Caleb. He needs to be coached.
Yeah.
You know, Caleb, the team has been saying the same thing JF1 got maligned for. We're not being coached right, and then we're also being overcoached. You know, you gotta let the quarterback.
I think they overdid it with
you gotta let Peyton Manning paint. You know what I'm saying?
Who was that coach with Fields? The
Getsy?
coordinator. Yeah, Getsy. Yeah, they just terrible.
Took us a whole season to figure out what the Raiders. Why did they hire him? I don't
know.
They're thinking. Well,
it was Fields' fault.
Monte Adams.
Yeah.
No, because the coordinator was the Green Bay guy, right?
Yeah.
Remember the coordinator for Green Bay, who was our coordinator, right?
Getsy was the quarterback's coach for Green Bay.
Yeah. And I think he was in Oakland too? I mean, in Vegas or whatever.
Yeah, he went to the Raiders.
Yeah.
They fired him after the
9 games. Week 9, they fired.
So then he ran back over there with Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm sure they asked him, hey, do you want Justin in here? And he said no. And then he got saddled with a bum quarterback because he probably felt it was all Justin's fault too. And then it turns out he sucks as an offensive coordinator. That's how it turns out.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But their coach was interim coach for the year before, and they made a head coach. So I don't think he was really trying to get a real strong personality in the building.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb, man.
It's always dumb.
It's always dumb, man.
That's what they're saying. What happened with Flus and Kingsbury?
Yeah.
He didn't want a strong personality in the building
to take his job.
Yeah.
He needs a strong personality. Yeah. Flus would probably be a good coach if he had Buddy Ryan as a defensive coordinator and had Mike Dick as the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Flus would have settled that whole thing out perfectly. You know what I mean? But all right. So quarterback, who was your black quarterback of the week? Quarterback of the week. We're talking last week. I don't really know because I ain't watching no games. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's either Jalen or Lamar. I think I'm going with.
I think I had Jalen.
What about Russell Wilson, man? Yeah. Diesel, you buried Russell Wilson the last couple of seasons. Russell Wilson's balling, bro.
This team is.
Man, he still throw. Hey, look, he still be throwing lollipops. He get lucky on a lot of plays. I'm telling you now. I done watched his games, and them balls, they be lollipops. Right? Hey, to his credit, the other team ain't picking them off.
Right.
But he been lucky. Now today,
they call that touch.
Yeah. Today they had a bunch of field goals. I think they might have scored 1 touchdown. I ain't sure, but I think it might have been 6 field goals.
And the Ravens Hall of Fame field goal kicker was missing.
Oh man, that dude missed. Man, hey, look, he missed 2 field goals in like the first quarter or half.
Yeah,
he's past his prime, man.
Check his bank account.
One thing I did do, Ace, was predict the Steelers to go to the playoffs again.
You did.
Because that's all they do is go to
the playoffs. They go to the playoffs with 3rd, 4th string quarterbacks.
They are 8-2. At some point, the world's got to tip their hat and acknowledge that Mike Tomlin's probably the best coach in the NFL. At some point,
you can make that argument.
Yeah,
sure.
At some point. All right, y'all. So quarterback of the week, you said Jalen Hurts, and who'd you say, Ace, quarterback of the last week?
I'm going with Lucky Lamar.
All right. Yeah, Lamar ball. I'd probably go with Russell Wilson. Yeah, I'd probably go with Russell Wilson, but I really don't know. Who we got next week, y'all, and where they at?
We here. We playing who are we playing?
Seattle?
No.
Is it Seattle?
No, we're in the division.
Bears schedule 2024.
We got all 3 straight division games. Is it Minnesota?
I think
Must be.
it's Minnesota, but I don't know if we're there or we're here.
We're here.
All right, we're it's a y'all time. It's a noon game in Chicago against the Vikings.
Yeah.
And then on is that
Turkey Day?
Is that Turkey Day?
Yeah, we play Detroit, I think, Turkey Day.
I'm gonna have to ride out for that.
Yeah, we had Detroit for Turkey Day. And then after that, we at the Niners. And then, all right, enough of that. Next week, we got to get our predictions in. So you got Vikings coming to the Bears. And you know that last slipper fell off their quarterback.
He won today, didn't he?
Yeah, he won today, but he ain't been playing good the past. Last week, he threw like 3-4 interceptions.
Yeah. Neither has our defense. They've been playing.
Did you see Goff threw 6 interceptions and they still managed to win?
Yeah, I think it was 5. He threw like 5 picks.
Yeah,
still last week.
Yeah. Wins and losses are a quarterback stat. The son SOB threw 6 picks and still won.
Yeah, he scored 52 points today.
Wow.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off the Jaguars, but the Jaguars, they didn't have boy wasn't starting, nor that running back who's doing real good, Bigsby. Neither one of them played, so they had like a backup.
Clayton
starter.
Bigsby.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby.
They had the backup, and they scored first. They scored like 3 points, and then Detroit just started running them off on them.
Yeah, running the ball.
All right, let's get on record, man. Diesel, you 3-2. Me and Ace are 5-4. I got to stop being such a homer on these picks. Oh my God, man, this is tough, man.
We got 3 straight home games. We lost the first one off a block field goal attempt from the 40-something yard line. It'd have been, been nice if we'd have been kicking it from the 30-yard line or 35 or 39. Anyway.
Bro, if they would have ran the play, the Packers probably would have let us score so they can get the ball back. LaFleur is just dumb enough to do something like that. There's analytics.
Analytics. I'll go Bears 24, Vikings 21.
All right, hold on. Let me get this down. Hold on. These there it is. All right, so Ace got Bear. Go with the score again.
24 Bears, Vikes 21.
All right, Diesel.
Looking for another tough divisional game.
26-20 Bears.
Okay, I'll make this so.
The Vikings aren't that. They're not that. As a matter of fact, Green Bay ain't that good. I seen them today. They don't look that. And I seen them a few weeks before that. They're not as impressive.
Well, that's what I've been saying. It's a damn division. That's why I picked the Bears going around.
They're not impressive as you may
crowning
think.
everybody. Yeah,
the Vikings. I watched them last week when he was throwing them picks. Yeah, I'm not totally impressed.
Yeah, they don't have Eberflus as coach though.
Yeah, that's
correct.
That's the thing.
He's the worst coach in the division, and it's not even close. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with the Bears, 26-20.
Oh, another week with this offensive coordinator. Caleb should be feeling good about himself.
Here comes the pink, the pink leopard skin satchel, Merce next week.
I'm going out on a limb. Bear down 30. I haven't picked the Bears score 30 in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Vikes 20.
Okay.
30-20.
So we're all confident in Coach Brown having the offense win in spite of the head coach / defensive coordinator going out there playing against Jordan Addison and the best wide receiver in the league and Justin Jefferson.
Pretty much. How many wins? Because we got Jalen. How many wins does Eberflus have? Does anybody know? And out of those wins, how many would you say you can credit him for the win? You know, because I swear we win in spite of him every time.
In spite of.
That's what I've been saying. In spite of him.
Yes. Even in games where we win, he's out there doing dumb stuff.
Yeah, it's Justin's fault. It was Justin's fault.
You guys, we're gonna have a debate. I'm gonna set it up one time with Diesel against Ace, the odd couple as it is, and we're gonna have a Justin Fields Hall debate versus the rookie.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
All right,
Yeah.
look, y'all got any comments, and then we can get to the final words. I got to get to the money. The Bears cost me enough.
Nah, I want to go and watch and see what the former players and all of that stuff is talking on what they seen and what their opinions are of the
Trash.
game.
Hey, wait, you reminded me. Yeah, let me see. I could see what they're doing because the Bears let you do it. They don't copyright you yet. Let's see. Caleb Williams on offensive performance.
I'm all right.
I like to see what Kaplan has to say,
I'm all right.
and then I like to see what Briggs and Lance Brown say.
All right.
But Kaplan,
Tough
Dave
loss,
Kaplan,
but
he
I'm all right.
goes in bad.
Here we go.
He go in.
Hey, everything they got going on.
Yeah. We called the play, and Pocket started squeezing down a little bit on the first one, and when it comes to 2 minutes and things like that, it's find your one-on-ones and
I like this kid.
find your guys, and when it's time to make plays, make plays. Obviously, still have the routine plays, but at that moment, it was time to make plays, and we did a good job with
And what I'm saying, y'all, is Rome and Caleb, that's your future, along with DJ Moore. So I personally don't want to see the ball 10 attempts towards Allen if we ain't re-signed him yet. That is a complete waste of routes, reps, and energy.
They're not going to re-sign him unless he's playing for $5 million next year.
Correct.
He's not coming back.
He's become Caleb's security blanket, and if you're not bringing him back, no, he ain't coming
Once
back.
he get a whiff of this winter air that's about to kick in within the next week or so, man, please, he's gonna be like, oh hell no.
Hell no. I'm going somewhere.
Is he a Bear?
No, he's not a Bear. Can't wait.
All right, y'all. So Diesel, let me see. Who'd you want to see? Cap? Yeah, Cap be going hard. They be getting banned from.
I feel like Cap is somebody who, like, let's say doing this cast.
Yeah.
And you say, all right, guys, we're going to a quick 2-minute take from one of our sponsors, and you could just play anything Cap been talking about, and it coincides with everything when we going in on it. It just coincides right there.
Hold on, y'all.
So Bates is the only injury that we have. He's in concussion protocol. You guys saw that.
How offensive line
from the onset of the week, start of the week, obviously made the change at offensive coordinator. Was really pleased how the operation of that week went in terms of the collaboration with the offensive staff.
Too many losing streaks, man.
And the players.
This guy has too many
And I
losing
think that showed today. The communication during the game was great. Guys are finding answers to move the ball.
He's an idiot.
And they did a nice job of that.
Yeah, he's an idiot because what they've been saying, y'all, you know how for 4 years, we wait to make our halftime adjustments and we wait. And the players are like, why are we waiting? They were saying that last week. Like, once we know what they're doing against us, why can't we change it on the fly?
Because he's an idiot. Especially when you're the defensive coordinator. You see them running the ball down your damn throat the whole fucking first half. Stop it. And the only way we could stop it today was by keeping them off the field.
And if we wait to make adjustments, guess what the league's going to do? All right, they're going to adjust at halftime for all this shit we've been doing. So let's do the total opposite for the rest of the game because they won't be able to adjust on the fly.
Right. They won't be able to adjust to a film session after the game.
I thought Thomas Brown did a wonderful job
He's going to take your job.
Collaboration together. And then the quarterback Caleb, I thought played really well. He played well today, played winning football. The drive that they had there and the completions he made to
he never said any of this about Justin.
Put us in field goal range. I thought were outstanding. The 2 plays to Rome and then also the play to Keenan. That's real football there and against a division rival and did a really nice job putting us in position there. The team played complimentary football.
And the media about to get on his ass.
How the hell did you lose the game?
The defense had some good stops, had a stop and downs in the red zone, had an interception down there, and also stopped a 2-point conversion, which put us in position to win the game at the end. Again, in terms of the operation there from the 30, We ran the ball one time, tried to get a few more yards right there. We felt good in terms of where the kick line was. The wind was not a factor today, and Cairo's made a bunch of those kicks inside of that range.
The wind wasn't
we
a
feel
factor.
confident in Cairo and confident in our operation there. Again, I got to look at the tape. I don't know exactly what happened in terms of the block.
How have you not looked at a tape of this shit before you came out there and done this press conference?
Yeah, that was the kick. That was the play that lost the damn game.
Bro, it's 2024. He acts like they got to go to the film room, and he's still talking about tape. It's digital.
Get the Polaroid together. Get the Polaroids and the real tape together.
I want to hear somebody ask him, why did you just lay on the ball for a minute and some change when you was already at the same field position that you kicked that field goal? How come you didn't try to get closer? I want to hear his response.
Well, you know it's coming.
But feel good about where that was. So, again, I know disappointing.
So he's just said what I said. They had ran the ball and got it to the left hash. Apparently, that's where the kicker like. So he was happy where it was. And instead of just running it again to the left hash, that's why he let the clock run out. He's just justifying it.
And we should have had a walk-off field goal win there. And, again, that didn't happen. And we just got to look at the operation there at the very end. But I was proud of the guys, the way they battled. I thought they played good complementary football today. And, the guys looked at each other in the eye in the locker room when we broke it down. And we're going to keep battling, keep fighting. And we got a division opponent coming here next week. So that's where it is. And it takes true strength and true courage, I told them. And, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And that's where it's at right now. And we just got to get back to work. Once we look at the tape, make the corrections, because there was good, of course, in every performance. And there were some things we got to clean up in every performance, and we got to move to the next one after we do that. So I'll take questions.
You had time to run another run play if you wanted to set up the field goal. What was the conversation?
Yeah, they were.
First question, Dezo, was what you just said. Let's see what he says.
Loading the box there, so you could say you could do that for sure. Maybe get a couple more yards, but you also go risk, fumbling and different things there. We
see playing not to lose.
Scared, man.
He could have called a play action play, and somebody would have been wide the fuck open.
Wide open for 10 damn yards.
Yep.
Or, if we're at the 36 or 35, you're definitely doing that because you want to get it inside there. I felt very confident where we were at that time with the wind and where we were on the field.
Matt, do you have a sense for what happened on the long one to Watson where Jalen kind of got tangled up and broke?
Yeah, we thought he was in good position. I mean, all the information I got is from the coaches. I still haven't looked at the videotape, but they got the stills, and they say he was in really good position. That's what Jalen said, and then he just got tripped up. And so I threw the.
Yeah, he was about to pick that. That was a pick six, man. Jalen was on that shit, man. But he got tripped up by the receiver. I don't know if the receiver somehow did it on purpose because people be savvy out there.
Challenge flag because I thought the ball hit the ground and the hand was on the side.
It
did. He didn't catch that shit. The ball flipped over and was on the damn ground, and they said
it moved. It moved on that other hand. It moved.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what LaFleur did? And I haven't seen this guy ever do it, and I've been calling for it. There was an obvious play that they reviewed. He threw the flag because he knew he was going to call a timeout anyway. And the review process would have gave his defense more time to rest and them to discuss what they were. This guy, his brain can't.
He's not a head coach.
He's not on it like that.
No, he's got to learn. You're right.
Challenge.
Yeah, they gave him more time than they gave Justin.
And they saw it differently.
Matt, you guys, last 4 weeks, I guess you said drop games in every which way possible. How do you turn that into positive from today because you did see that progress from y'all?
Yeah, there is, like I said in the opener, there was a lot of positives to build from. And that's what you have to do. So the last 3 weeks, the offense, hadn't played well. We hadn't played good.
Can you imagine Mike Dicker's presser in a game like this?
Yeah, it'd be fucking, oh man, he might have answered 2 questions and would have been out of there.
Positives. You know what I mean? He'd have been like, positives.
Here's a positive right here, buddy.
We lost to the Packers.
Football and defense, and we haven't done a lot of things together, the last 3 weeks. But today we played complementary football. Today we did do the things necessary to win the game. So
they should ask him, why haven't you been doing it all season?
Right.
I think it's a positive thing, and we just got to move forward from it. I know
everything's positive.
It's disappointing at the end, but we have to move forward.
On that 4th and 2 before they scored, how much thought did you give into going forward versus punting?
Yeah, 4th and 3, I believe it was. Yeah, 4th and 3. Yeah, that time in the game where the score was right there, we thought punt and pin and have us play defense. I know they got the big.
His ass don't have to look at the tape to know it was 4th and 3 on that as opposed to 4th and 2. You see what I'm saying?
Play to Watson and so forth, and end up scoring, and then we end up stopping the 2-point. But that's where it was at the point. And the guys did a good job, and Thomas did a really good job in terms of me communicating with him on those other 4th down tries when we were 3 for 3. And I thought those were important. But again, those were impactful plays as we went. But
to the quarterback.
Great communication all the way.
Why'd you go for 2 at 19-14?
I'll make it 7 points. Yep, make it a 7-point game.
Point of the game.
Yep. Yeah, because when you get close, I think it was at 31 seconds to go or so in the.
Because I have no confidence in myself as a defense coordinator, and I have no confidence in my team at home, and I like to fuck the momentum unnecessarily, and I like to put my rookie quarterback in struggling offense in the worst situations possible because the analytics say I should do it. You got a kid with the flu, and the analytics say the kid should be out there on the last play, and this kid's sick, and he's not Michael Jordan, and you still run him out there because of the analytics.
Going into the 4th, you turn it into the 4th. So there's a point in there where you make that decision. Some people would wait to the 4th. Some people would do it higher than that, but that's where it was.
What's your sense for why the offense got unlocked the way it did? 3 straight scoring drives, and it seemed like there was a flow.
Yeah. Just I believe during the course of the week, the conversations of getting the ball to our skill players, and I think the distribution in the run game was good. With the.
Why does it take? They should ask him, why does this take 10 weeks every year?
We're talking about this all year?
For 4 years, we've been talking about
runs, 14 to 10, with our 2 runners. I thought Caleb did a nice job of taking the run lanes when they were there, and creating, some explosive plays, but also, creating 2nd and 5s and those types of things too. But really just about getting the ball in the hands of our skill players. And letting them go. And you saw that with a couple, things to Rome and a couple things to DJ, in some creative ways and being creative that way, because that's what it is. You put the ball in the hands of the players, of the skill players that are
really
good players. A couple of them I just mentioned, and Keenan and the other guys are those 2. Good things will happen, and that's how you move the ball down the field.
What were your impressions of the way Caleb handled the week, and what did you see early on that said, okay, he's starting to get this, and we have something going on here?
Yeah, I mean, the operation during the week was really good, so the evidence was there pretty quick. In terms of pivoting and and moving to that direction, we could see that on Wednesday. The completion percentage was high. Same thing on Thursday, moving into Friday. Him getting the ball out of his hands was good. The rhythm and the progressions were great, and those were all evident during the course of the week, and then we saw it right away, starting the game. So, to me, it's that's great. That the proof is there, and the guys have a lot of juice about that. During the.
Well, he's going to be in the Bears Hall of Fame. He likes the history so much as the worst coach against the Packers. Like, never beat the Packers, bro. Yep, he's going to make the Bears history. He likes to show it in his office. I'd have his picture up in my office if I took over for the Bears. I'd put him in the history room.
This
the course of the week
is the culture we want to change.
Yeah.
And during the game, so now it's about everybody has this feeling inside that you lose a game like this, and it's a bad taste. But there's also some good things, and we need to use that as fuel. And going forward, there's a lot of positive here.
And the season's over.
What
and
kind
we
of
just
feel?
need to move.
What kind of feel? Yeah.
And here's the thing.
JP5, Diesel.
Hey, and we're gonna. I meant to ask y'all about the Tyson fight. Remind me. And here's the thing, though, bro. He'll come out and say all this, bro, and then next week they could come out and lose 40-5 against Minnesota. Won't get fired, and we'll be right back to square -0.
Yeah, we're gonna look at the tape again.
Yeah,
find the positives and the whys.
Yeah, there's some good things out there.
We're gonna move on from there.
Yeah, the team's got to stick together.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna figure things out.
Yeah, Got to go to Bo Ricks and get my hair cut. Tell him put some more color in it.
To the next opponent.
And on the block kick again, I know you probably haven't watched it closely, but have you heard from Coach Smitty about the way it looked like Scott got put on the ground pretty quickly? Did you hear anything about that? Have you seen that in terms of if that's a questionable situation?
Yeah, again, I know what the rules are. I know what the rules.
Told you somebody probably broke a rule. You see what I'm saying? And this guy don't even know what happened. He wasn't out there on the field snapping and slamming. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know the rules.
He's an idiot.
Are in terms of hitting the center and all those things, and I
and they just called it on us. They costed us a game last week or the week before.
Leverage,
and that's not at the top of. It's not at the top of his presser.
You're gonna have to look at it. I have to look at it.
You can't use
but
that
I asked the whole,
or the lineman to elevate yourself up to try to block a kick.
Yeah. They just called it on us.
Was he not watching the final play? Like, we didn't have that view, that purview. If I'm at a football game, I see when somebody broke a rule.
Yeah, he's got to look at the tape.
Well, his special team coordinator didn't have to look at the tape.
I asked Torrey and asked Carwood about it, and they loved the operation, where it was, snap, hold, kick.
Yeah, we saw that.
So we just got to look at it.
He had to ask them if they like the snap and the hold. I like the snap and the hold. You like the snap and the hold. The operation was clean. I don't have to, right? What is he talking about? Why didn't he talk to the line and ask them what happened?
What happened? Why did the guy block it?
Twice in the last month now, you guys have had a really heartbreaking ending to games. What percentage of your job is just making sure you hold the locker room together?
Yeah, I've said this before. I know who's in that locker room, and I know the men in the locker room, and they're strong, and they're players, and they're tight, in terms of their relationship. So the guys will come back and get back to work. So there's, always a resolve, always a respect for each other to be able to come to work and get the job done.
Would you hire him to be the assistant manager at McDonald's on 87th and King Drive?
I'd hire him as the head car washer at my car wash and keep the guys positive when it gets cold out there, and you start thinking about it's wet all the time out here. That's what I'd hire him to do.
Keep the guys together.
Yeah.
You, Diesel, would you hire him to run anything?
No, I'm not hiring him to run the McDonald's because he's going to be like, well, those burgers, they came out good.
Yeah.
I know some of the people are complaining that you didn't put the pickles and the onions on there, and, the buns weren't heated like you're supposed to, but they came out well. And I'm going to talk to the people back there to make sure it doesn't continue to happen. I have to go back and review the tape to make sure.
Gotta see the tape.
We brought in a new kitchen coordinator, and the operation was looking good all week. And I know Saturday nights are a big night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got the promotion going on with the Big Macs.
But the guy didn't bring the Big Macs in. I talked to I didn't talk to the Big Mac coordinator, but I had a long talk with the quarter pounder and cheese coordinator.
And we just got to punch that ticket.
Still waiting on the Still waiting on the
Getting back up, it's 3rd and 19, game on the line, and to be able to convert and get you guys across midfield.
Yeah, that's great. That's real quarterbacking at a high level. So
see, digging it just
him to make.
And I'm not saying what I'm saying, Diesel, about this is something I'm talking about. He's a sly SOB as far as you're the reason why your record is your way. Yeah. Because other coaches could have brought more out of that whole situation with Justin. Even you admitted that. Look at the Ravens brought in Romeo, whatever his name is, to be the offensive coordinator, who I wanted for the Bears. But again, to your point, he don't want a strong personality, somebody who know what they're doing, somebody who can say, this guy doesn't know what he's fucking talking about.
Right. Absolutely.
He's like one of those managers at a job that's scared of a young talent up under him.
Yeah.
That can try to replace him.
Yeah.
So
Or Diesel, I'm a second lieutenant out of a fancy college like University of Illinois, and then I come there running y'all unit, and somebody who's been doing the grunt work, who's been is like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
He has absolutely no clue what he's talking about.
So I wouldn't want those guys around me. You know what I mean? I'd bring other idiots who don't know what they're talking about around me.
Yeah, and if your boss is going to be a part of it, why not?
And that's where it comes on the commanding officer, who in this case is Ryan Poles.
Right.
One thing about a CO don't play that. If you ever done debt recovery, and if anybody out there does debt recovery, if you have anybody in the military who's active, find out who a CO is, contact his CO, and the matter would be resolved. Bro, I've talked to COs, Diesel. They be like, Diesel did what? They be like, that motherfucker. They be cussing, bro. They be like, sir, I'll have him on the phone. They call you in less than 2 seconds, bro.
Man, I've had my department that I was in, we're in the Philippines. First time going to the Philippines. So the first day there, I can't leave the ship till a certain time, right? My immediate supervisor.
Because you was black?
No, I'm just the lowest rank. So my immediate supervisor and the other guy who was on top of me, they both weren't working. So I'm the only one in my department, right? So they teach me how to order a part because basically we ordering parts for when the aircraft break down or something and they need an important part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they tell me you can't leave until this particular time, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So nothing's going on the whole morning, whole day. I'm sitting there, lounging. I'm like, man, I'm ready to go. I'm excited, ready to hit the base, walk off. So nothing's going on. So what do? I leave like, say 35 minutes, 30 minutes early, right?
Wow.
Part break.
Somebody comes in and they order a part, right? They need a part that needs to be ordered, right? I ain't there. So when I come in the next day, the top enlisted guy in our workspace, he's like a master chief. So he's like, he says, hey, Airman, come on, let me talk to you. So he takes me right outside of the office.
And hold it there. And the reason he wants to talk to you is because somebody had already got in his ass. But go ahead.
No, he was already, when they tried to order the part, they didn't know how to do it. Because they're not like directly in the section of me and the other two guys.
Right.
So they don't know how to do it. They're more clerical type guys, right?
Right.
So they're looking around that day to try to get somebody to order this part, but nobody's there, right? So when I come in, my immediate boss will already tell me, like, man, you should have left early, man. There was a part that needed to be ordered. I said, man, there was nothing going on all day. So, man, he pulls me in the hallway. He says, man, he's talking to me. He says, hey, man. He's like, what? I said, I went on Liberty. I said, I thought everything was done. There was nothing going on all day. He says.
He was being a pookie.
His next words were, who the F do you work for? That's what he said. Who the F do you work for? I said,
U.S. government.
I said the name of my office. I was like, 050. He was like,
oh, okay. He was saying, who does he report to? Like who's the
like
CEO?
Who do I work for?
Yes.
And
Who you under? Yeah.
050. Then he's like, who the fuck do you? And then I was like, you, Master Chief. And then he was like, okay. He was like, you go up to the admin office. And he's like, I'm writing you up. This is what he tells me, right? I said, okay. He says, go up there and you get the form. Like, send me to go get the knife that you're going to cut my throat with, right? So I was like, okay. So he said, go and you get this form and then you come back after you done it. I said, okay. I don't know nothing. I'm green as green as the lawn in the summertime. I go strutting up to the office.
Flashy Chicago guy from the South Side. You know, they already.
Now don't get me wrong. The whole office love me because they see me coming in there every day, working, humping, bringing parts from the hangar bay when the mail comes. So I get to the office, Guys I know in that office, they're like, man, what you doing in here, Hardeman? I said, hey, man, I'm getting rolled up. So I got the chief told me to come up here, Master Chief told me to come up here and get the write-up for him. They said, oh. I was like, why? What? I said, so what? They were like, well, there's two kinds of write-ups. I said, there is? They said, yeah. They said, well, one is just a little disciplinary type thing. He said, the other one is report. And that's the bad one.
Right. I would have said, give me them both. Give me both.
No, the hell if I did. I said,
said.
give me the lesser of the two.
Right.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Boom.
Look at him. Still being a flashy Southside Chicago City.
I go bebopping back. Whatever I give it, I don't even go back and give it to the Master Chief. I give it like to my immediate boss, right? So
they're not following directions.
No, he didn't tell me which one to get. He said just go get the write-up for him.
Yeah,
right?
He playing those Simeon games. Go ahead.
So bring it back to me.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Never went nowhere. He didn't do anything. He just wanted to scare me. That's all. He just wanted to scare me, and basically was like, "Hey, listen, you can't leave." He was like, "You don't understand. That little area that you're working in is very important if they need a particular part that's got to be ordered."
Yeah,
Said,
we was at war and you did that shit.
We were in war. It was still Desert Storm. So I said, well, I didn't realize that what I was gonna be ordering.
It was Saturday night at McDonald's. he ain't even there dropping the fries and shit.
But look, you gotta understand. So we're in port, so no aircraft are flying. So in my mind, I'm like, there's nothing that they could be ordering for no planes right now, right?
They're not paying you to think.
But yeah, it was like they just wanted to like, hey, just understand that what you're doing is important and you can't leave like that. If you did, I should have told one of them in the little area that's in front of us, like, hey, I'm out of here.
And cover this.
Yeah, I'm out of here. And that's
how old were you at that time?
Shit, I was still 18, I think.
Yeah, he didn't know better. They probably looked at him.
Still 18. Still 18.
Yeah, high yellow punk.
Still 18. Hey, look, and like a week or two later, the lieutenant of the department, he's telling me, hey, I like the work that the airman's been doing, man. He's all over the place. You see him all over the ship. Because I'm telling you, I was pumping, bumping, dude. They liked me. It was just that one time.
Well, that's why you got the pass, because you were productive. It's like a DJ Moore drops a pass, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? But they still should be talked to about it. Yeah. Like what happened on that? Right.
And exactly. They held me accountable. The real thing though was my immediate boss and the boss out of us three, they shouldn't have had me because I had never ordered a part up to that point anyway.
So look at him.
So you put
blaming leadership, but he didn't bring that up when they put him out there.
No, because I wasn't gonna hang him out to dry. I was gonna take responsibility because I still should have stayed there until 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it was 35 minutes. It was 35 minutes, bro.
But I'm like, man, they're not. There was like 2 people in the area in front of us.
Yeah.
Like the whole day, there was like nothing. It was like dead. So I was like, man, I'm out of here.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I've done stuff like that.
But they tell me this is how you order a part if you need, because usually I'm going to pick up the stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then they show me one time how to like order a part, and I'm still sitting there like, okay, this is how I order the part if they need.
They probably figured nothing was gonna happen that night, because people was on break and leave.
And little did they know.
Boom.
I've done that. I was working for physical plant at the University of Illinois and decided I used to leave every day. It was a 4-hour shift. Leave as soon as I get there. Didn't have no license. Riding around on my scooter, got pulled over. They took me to jail for driving around with no license. I had the keys to the physical plant. Yeah, I got fired. All right, but
connection with the guy that he was drafted with, I think is special and really nice by those guys. And again, it takes protection, right? I know we took 2 sacks. To start that, but again,
3 sacks.
Again, it's about overcoming adversity, and that was on display.
So his point, that's the end of him, but his point was the connection. He likes the connection. He values the connection at Rome, and but they devalued the connection of JF1 and Moore. And then and if you value that connection with Rome, then Rome should be your number 2 receiver, and DJ should be your number 1, and you bring in Allen to spell the other guys.
Yeah, get Scott out there to stretch the field.
All right, go ahead, Diesel, with your final words. You said you ain't got none or what?
No, not no final words. Just same thing we've been saying the past like several weeks. Get rid of the head coach, and we like the promise that this offensive coordinator shows. But he's going to have to perform to put them in a situation where they have to make a decision to possibly keep him on. So I want to hope that he continues to move forward with the offense, and if we can get Eberflus out of the way, I mean, he could quit being
dumb.
He could quit being the reason for a lot of our fingers are pointing his way after every game. So what does that tell you? I mean, get him out of the way.
Now, you're a military guy. At some point, if you had a leader that wasn't leading right, like, do you think it's possible that these guys still respect him and believe in his leadership after getting their ass kicked in battle after battle after battle, bro?
I think they think he's a nice guy, one of those nice guy kind of players, coaches, but you heard a lot of them talking that we need to be coached harder. So they got no need for him, man. They got no the respect only goes to a certain amount. That's it. He's a defensive coordinator at best. Please just get this guy out of there. Get him out of there. It's you let him stay on too long, and if he finishes the season with the Bears, I don't care if they get rid of Poles too. And just everything in the offseason. All of them gonna be gone if you let him finish the season. Because Poles is the one who let him stay on one season too long.
Yeah, you run a slight risk that you get a GM to come in like Poles did and say he believes in your quarterback, and then later on moves off the quarterback. You do run that risk because, like you were saying during Jason's tenure, this is not Poles' guy. So you do run, in Justin's tenure, you do run the risk of bringing in a GM who's now going to tear it down at some point and say, well, this isn't my guy. I'm not attached to him. You know what I mean? And that's the story of the Bears.
Yes, it is. So yeah, that's my final word, man. Get Flus out of there. What did he say in Rocky 3 when he couldn't? Rocky was all messed up because Mickey died, and he's trying to train to fight Clubber Lang, but his head ain't in the game. And Apollo, he's like, let's just come back tomorrow. He's like, there is no tomorrow. That's the same way I feel about Eberflus. There is no tomorrow. You got to get him out of there now.
Those are great final words, bro. I'm trying to pull up that clip. But great final words, bro. I thought you were talking about when Mick was telling Rocky, he'll murder you, Rock.
He'll knock you in tomorrow, Rock.
You're a bum. You know what I mean? He was slapping him. He was slapping him and stuff. You can't even see my hand. Old Mick, rest his soul. They don't.
Rocky, what do you think of the Tyson Paul fight?
Was it a fix? Was it fixed?
Man, listen. Let me tell you how bad Netflix was. I'm on there early. I'm watching some of the undercard fights, right? So then I go out, come back later. You can't get in. It's like taking you back to the last fight that you watched, and then when you say go live, it'll say like buffering 25 seconds, and then never let me get back to the actual live thing. It was like their whole site was overloaded.
How much was he paid? How much did Tyson get for that?
$20 million.
I ain't sure. I know they both got in the millions. And actually, from what they tell me, I didn't miss nothing.
Yeah, Tyson $20 million and Paul got $40 million.
Yeah, I would have fixed it. Like if I'm Tyson, I'm 58, and they want to give me $20 million, and then say, man, we can get 60. You can get $30 million for the next one, and then you'll win that one, and then we'll fight straight up in number 3.
What's his obsession with fighting people who are over the hill. Why do you keep wanting to fight over the hill boxers? Why don't you
No,
go
no,
fight?
it's over the hill black boxer. See, it's a racial undertone. It's a great white hope. I know you don't want to hear it, but that's exactly what it is. I don't know what's in his heart, but he's some sort of racist. He wouldn't have fought Rocky when he was 35, to your point. And so that's the only way they can win is when you're like 60. George Foreman
Whatever.
would beat the brakes off his ass. Remember George when he was 60? George would have beat the brakes off of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He's
why I
hungry.
think. Here we go.
I said, why are you doing this? Because you can't win, Rock. This guy will kill you to death inside of 3 rounds. You're crazy. What else is new? He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine. And he's hungry. Hell, you ain't been hungry since you won that belt. Oh, what are you talking about? I've had 10 title defenses.
That's
That was
easy.
easy. What do you mean easy?
Handpicked.
They was handpicked.
Setups?
Setups? Yeah, they were setups. They was good fighters, but they wasn't killers like this guy. He'll knock you into tomorrow, Rock.
You don't believe in me, Nick?
I remember I saw that. I'm like, damn. All right, man. Great final words, bro. Hopefully next week, my blood pressure won't be as high and we'll have something to celebrate, but I'm not counting on it. If it comes down to the last play of the game, bro, this ain't just under Eberflus's regime. This has been going on as a Bears fan, bro.
It's like it's always soft.
Oh, my
Always
fault.
soft.
I didn't make you the co-host, Ace. My bad. All right. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Ace, come on with your final words, man.
Well, my final words is I've had enough of the Eberflus curse, bad shamrock, statistical impossibilities of losing a game. This guy's got to go. You're talking about everything's about the development of Caleb, who you sold the farm for. You got rid of Justin. You got rid of the entire offensive coaching staff, and you brought in another coordinator who didn't know what the hell he was doing. If that's the case, then let's move on from this coach and start getting ready to find our next coach, because there's no way this guy is going to be the coach when you A, expect to win, or B, expect to win the Super Bowl. He's a nice guy, I guess, to the players, the team around Hallis Hall, or, whatever. But it's time to move on to the next head coach or coach search for the Chicago Bears. And if if Poles is so tied to him by Trace Armstrong or friendship or, whatever ties he has to Eberflus, then he has to go too. And then it's Kevin Warren's decision. And if Karen Warren is tied to Poles and Eberflus and nobody wants to get rid of this guy, then let's bring in everybody to change the situation and clean house. But Eberflus will not be your coach when you win.
Who's in charge of the rebuild, and who came around here and said we're going to win in North and never give it back, and who's hiring all these people, and who's making all of these decisions?
It's definitely Pookie Poles, and Pookie Poles has a team in a situation where we're going to not make the playoffs again. You don't have a coordinator to develop the quarterback. You don't have a coach to develop the quarterback. Maybe we have it in Brown. And you're in a situation where you got to rebuild again next year. So this guy drafted Valus, got all these guys here that are getting hurt. He went and wasted a draft pick, the top of the second round draft pick on Chase Claypool. I mean, it's
got rid of Roquan, who we drafted and who was a Bear and who made plays.
Yeah, got rid of Roquan.
Montgomery.
Let Montgomery walk out of the door with no compensation. Now he's the star in our own damn division and running the ball down the throat of everybody like he was here in Chicago. But I guess you didn't think he was a special back, like when we got rid of Thomas Jones years before.
Hall of Fame.
the decision making is unbelievable. We held
Wasted draft capital on Claypool, this Allen dude, and only getting a 6 for Justin. Go ahead.
Valus. We brought Valus in, Hall of Fame Jones, and we had somebody that was interested in him in preseason, but I guess they thought they were going to rebuild him. I don't know what the hell was going on, and we didn't get rid of him in the preseason and had to cut him during the season. All of this makes no sense.
Didn't even talk to Harbaugh. Didn't even talk to him.
Then had no interest of a former Bear quarterback, just won a national championship, no interest at all. It's unbelievable. We didn't talk to the other quarterbacks in the draft that were available just to pick their brains, just to see, mentally where they were and how they ran an NFL game, or how the concepts of maybe this guy isn't the number one pick. Maybe this guy can be our number one pick. It's just a lot of rookie mistakes as far as coaching, general manager.
Don't forget the trenches still suck.
Trenches still suck, and we could have fixed the trenches by keeping Justin, trading that pick, and building the team for the next 10 years, or at least the next 3 to 4 years off these number one draft picks, number two picks, and putting ourselves in a position for the next 5 to 6 years to take the North and never give it back. But
don't forget signing Flus's golf buddy's son.
Yeah,
to a third round on this guy.
Third round pick, and you knew he was hurt and wasn't ready to play this season. And when you put him out there, he's like a damn deer in headlights.
Then you doubled down in the 4th round and took the punter.
So that's from the 3rd to the 4th round. The punter's going to be good. I don't know if he would have been drafted in the 4th round by anyone else, but
in a draft where you had limited picks.
Yeah, it's just a bad situation. It's just a bunch of rookie mistakes from the quarterback play. You can't say the damn head coach is a rookie because this is his 3rd year. He just sucks. And Poles, they're all first timers and doing their job, and it definitely shows. And the Bears have got to do better. So that's my final words. Heads have got to roll. If you're counting on this kid to turn this franchise around, everything has to be set up for him to succeed. We had a quarterback that got us 7 games last year, and quite possibly we might only win 7 games this year. So that is a regression in my estimation of what's going on. So we got to get rid of the coach. We got to bring in a coach that wants to win, a coach that wants to win in the NFC North. And if you can't find it, I don't know what you got to do, but this guy has to go. We can't have another year of him being the head coach and statistically losing games that are impossible to lose. And that's my final take. Bring back some Bears. I don't know, Chico Rivera. I don't know if he wants to coach anymore, or you got to do something. You got to do something, and you got to do it soon.
My final words, Ryan Poles, is that I've been a Bear fan for longer probably than you've been alive. Goofy. Mm-hmm. No disrespect intended. Goofy. Yeah. Now, yeah, to the Goofies. I am literally at a point, and people that I love who've been fans longer than me, of not watching another Chicago Bear football game as long as this guy is at the helm. That's where I'm at. You guys know I'm going to watch anyway because I want to see this quarterback develop and other things, and you're taking advantage of that as an organization. Your fans deserve more. All right. You came around here talking about let's get to work and how you're going to win this and how you're going to win that and how you're going to do this and that and the fourth. And personally, I just think you're too smart for your own good. You're overthinking things. Build through the draft is what you said you were going to do. Your free agent pickups have been fair at best. And then you bring them in and you pay them. We just cut our highest paid offensive lineman. You bring these guys in, you did all your due diligence, all of them, and then you cut them, and we get nothing for them. That's on you, Ryan Poles. You signed off on Eberflush to be back here based upon, they want to run at the end of the season and we want to keep that momentum, but yet you got rid of the quarterback, so it makes zero sense. In my opinion, you're crafty. You're a liar. Stop using the AI on draft day and to make these decisions. If you need to consult with Mouthpiece included, we'll be happy to do it. A small fee, 15 grand. And I promise you, we'll get this thing turned around in less than 2 months. Big ups to Brown, Colored Brown. Very impressed. You guys get zero credit for that move because you talked to him. He's been there the entire time. He's probably reported some things to you. Maybe he didn't, but get out your way. Get out of your own way, Ryan Poles. If Ryan Poles is not fired, to Ace's point, Kevin Warren, your job is more than a tap dance for politicians and, bloviate about how, you're going to build this big, beautiful, magnificent stadium and blah, 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 blah. I know they told you that's the main reason why they brought you in here, but you're president of the organization. When Ryan Poles came to you and said he's going to re-sign Eberflush and he's going to move off Justin and he's not going to talk to any of these other, you're paying him to talk to everyone. When Ryan Poles told you all of that, your words to Ryan Poles should have been, I need 9, 10 victories, and you got to go to the playoffs. If you don't, I'm bringing in my guys. Right? Can't come in here and tell me you like Ace and you're going to build everything around Ace and there's no problem at the quarterback. If you had a problem with Justin Fields, you should have moved off of him the first season you got here if you were man enough. But you're not man enough. You're a female cat. Dare I say a vagina. A real man does not mind working with real men. They don't feel intimidated by it, but you do. You did the safe thing to keep your job when we told you you'd be here, right here today. Because why? You thought it was good to move on a rookie quarterback and then set high expectations and talk about how this offensive line is the deepest offensive line and blah, blah, blah. You said all of that. All right. So if this is a great roster and the offensive line is solid and this is a generational quarterback, where are the W's? Someone needs to be held accountable. And those are my final words.
That's it, my brother.
Yeah. All right. Karen, play us off, will you? Will you play us off, Karen? Karen can get off the phone with 12.
Tough loss. Tough. We back at it again next week.
12 straight, bro. We're going to close out on something different today.
Papa Baby is rolling over in his grave. 12 straight losses to the Packers. 11 straight.